Damn, Spancy.
Damn, young thug lawyer going to jail. Gervonta Davis knocked the man out in the 8th round. It's all going down today. Tales from the crib. So you already know what you need to do. Hit that subscribe button. Matter of fact, hit that like button. While you at it, hit that notification bell. It's about to get dirty, man, because we got the NBA Finals that just went down. My co-host messed up. He finna knock somebody out, and it might be me. So it might
but
be
Jayson Tatum, you are not the father of the Finals MVP.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out Jaylen Brown, baby. Because you know we got more Finals MVPs than Jayson Tatum.
Who?
Shout out my boy Andre Iguodala.
Oh my God, the hate begins.
Iggy Pop.
Hey, you can't. What's up on this light skin hate? How you hating on Jayson Tatum?
He's not my kind.
Yes, told you, man. See, it's crazy here, man. It's going down. You already know where you at, man. This is Tales from the Crib, man.
Damn,
Your boy Jesse
Spancy.
J, Phyllis Supreme 305.
Welcome to episode 161. Yes, Dallas lost. Yes, I still hate Boston. Yes, my co-host is a troll. Yes, we will get revenge. And yes, Kyrie didn't show up. So does in fact Kyrie suck.
Oh my God. So you think you should start chanting Kyrie sucks from now on?
I almost started joining the chants. That's how bad it was.
You hating.
No, Kyrie just needs to pray some more. We'll figure it out.
We gonna figure it out, but you
We just came together at the trade deadline.
Uh-huh.
We got all the excuses, but I am perfectly
At least you know it's excuses.
perfectly happy that the whole talk will be about Jayson Tatum not winning the Finals MVP. So he's gonna take that bullet for Luka and for Kyrie. So thank you, Jaylen Brown.
Oh my God.
But let's talk about one NBA legend.
What?
We got to say R.I.P. to the great Jerry West.
The GOAT, the legend.
Passed away at 86. Laker legend.
Logo.
He went from the logo from West Virginia University to Los Angeles Laker to the logo Jerry West. You know, he had a great career and he was a great front office man. Drafting Kobe.
True.
Being in the front office for the Lakers and getting them a Shaq and Kobe championship and being the main front man for the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, true, and he is the reason why Kawhi Leonard didn't come to the Lakers.
Because he hated Jerry West. No, wait. Jerry West was on the Clippers, right?
Yeah, he was on the Clippers.
Yeah, so he loved Jerry West. My bad. So R.I.P. the legend Jerry West. He was a legend on and off the court. A great basketball mind. He will be missed. We have a quick story here about him and Kobe. So we're going to go ahead and play it, and we will take us off the screen so you don't see my co-host's tears. He almost cried.
It's touching.
He almost cried in the walkthrough of the episode. So.
I mean, if you don't cry on this right here, man, you ain't got no heart.
Oh, we know you don't got no heart.
I cried 3 times.
I used to tell him all the time, I said, you foul too much. I said, you'd be out of the game in no time if you were guarding me. I said, that
Yeah, sorry, that was a little loud. Let's try that again.
snake, the black mamba? He said, yeah. And I said, so you're the black mamba? He said, yes. I said, you ever hear of a mongoose? I said, I'm a mongoose, and they kill every black mamba. And you can look on YouTube and see these things fighting, and the mongoose wins every time. And he said, I'm not an ordinary mamba. I said, well, I'm not an ordinary mongoose either. And I have a picture of that today in my house. I'm in a coat and tie, and he's in a Laker uniform.
Are you a mamba or a mongoose, goes?
No, how the commercial go? I forgot how I often called it. That Kanye West and Kobe Bryant commercial.
Oh yeah. Well, it was like more, or it's like what? He's like, but I'm already great. Yeah, I forget exactly what he said, but yeah, R.I.P. Jerry West. He did get the Lakers Kobe Bryant, so they owe him everything for that. And 86 is a pretty long life.
I mean, it is a very long life. I mean, he's been playing for a real long time. I mean, this is back when, Wilt Chamberlain. I forgot Wilt Chambers.
Wilt Chamberlain was on his team. He
Walt
played
Disney.
against Bill Russell.
Walt Disney.
You going to Disney World?
Nah, but Wilt Chamberlain. You said who? Who else?
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell. He played around that time. I guess around this time,
Bob Cousy and them?
Bob Cousy. It was no three.
John Havlicek?
This was around the time it was no 3-point lines.
No 3-point line.
So
that would have been a great league for you.
Let's see, man. I would
This
have
guy
bought
can't shoot.
It was I know it's horrible, but I mean, around this point in time, I mean, wasn't it still around like the Martin Luther King era? It was like before Martin Luther King or after?
I think it was around that time.
Around,
It was around the
that
civil rights era.
It was around the civil rights era, so you already know it was a different type of breed of basketball. So you mean basketball came a real long way. I mean, he is the logo, he is the whole silhouette that is here on the NBA. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about, man, it should be Kobe.
Change it to Kobe.
Change it to Kobe.
But then, should we let Kobe have it until Michael passes away? And then make it Michael?
True, because, I mean, they just named an award, the Magic Johnson Award, right?
Yeah, the Magic Johnson and Larry Bird Award is for the Western Conference and Eastern Conference MVP.
So, yeah, I mean, so you might as well go with that. With that, I mean, so something new, but, I mean, or at the same time, I mean...
And then they had, you know what, I think the NBA completely rigged it because, you know, the Bill Russell Award... was because this is the first time they gave these name awards. Yeah, Bill Russell's is a final MVP award, so they had a Celtic win the first Bill Russell award. They cheating, the phony jabronis.
Speaking of,
but R.I.P. Jerry West. Let's go ahead and get into it and get this over with.
You hating? You mad? You mad, goals?
Yeah, I will take a silver lining. With that, Jayson Tatum thinking that he's the GOATs isn't even the best player on his team. So he can't get that top recognition.
You couldn't even find a picture with Jayson Tatum face on it?
He didn't win Finals MVP, did he? You got to be a Finals MVP to get in this picture, baby.
But what's it?
He's got Bill Russell, another Finals MVP.
Oh, my God.
Because he won the Bill Russell Award. Because he put in that work.
I guess so, man. But if you didn't know, man, the NBA Finals just happened. So, yes, ladies, yes, your man is done watching NBA basketball. But we still got WNBA. So
don't think this is over, co-host. We got like 2 weeks, and then we got Olympic basketball. Basketball is right around the corner. And then after that, we will have NBA Summer League coming up. And then we will have preseason, and the season will start right again. Because it's only like 2.5, 3 months.
Oh, so you mean this is going to be, since there's so much basketball, since the Olympics is coming around this time.
It's going to be like no break.
It's going to be
we're going to go straight from Olympics to NBA preseason.
I guess it's more basketball.
NBA training camp and then NBA preseason.
So back to what I was saying, man. NBA Finals is over. The Boston Celtics have beat the Dallas Mavericks 4-1.
It shouldn't. You know, the team is so disappointing. It shouldn't even say the Dallas Mavericks. The Boston Celtics beat Luka because he was there by himself. I mean, no one else on his team showed up. They chanted "Kyrie suck" and he cried in the corner.
I mean, it was
embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. I mean,
and they let everyone play Marcus Smart level defense and never called a foul. But then as soon as Dallas tries to get a little physicality, they're like, "That's too much physicality."
I mean, we're gonna break down the game. So
that's a technical foul.
So when did you realize that the game was over with? That this game was already over with.
When we won the Western Conference Finals.
You already knew Boston was gonna win.
I was praying for a miracle. I was like, the Kyrie curse is gonna end. All curses have to end. It didn't end.
Of course.
And then I was like, Luka. It's just since he made it to the finals, he's gonna be so hyped that he made it to the finals. He's just gonna will his team to win. Because I honestly thought that he was so injured that they weren't gonna be good enough to beat the Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals.
True, because every time they did show Luka, his knee was all bloodied up.
His knee was bleeding like every game. Like both of his knees are jacked up right now. And like he can't move half as good as he can, so he's having a harder time getting to the rim. He's having his legs are sore, so his jump shot from three isn't as consistent. So he's having a tough time, but he figured out and still had some super Luka moments against the T-Wolves, especially in the closeout game, and got Anthony Edwards, aka You Are Not the Father, Michael Jordan, out of there, and. But you could see it in the finals, man. He didn't have the legs, and they were picking on him on defense, trying to make him, be involved in every pick and roll where he would get the switch and have to either guard Tatum or Brown or Holiday, and they would take turns just attacking him on the basket. So they knew he had bad knees. They knew he was a step slow. And they're like,
trashy defense.
And they're like, if he's trying to score all the time, and then we're making him move his feet on defense every play, them legs is going to be tired in the fourth quarter, and that worked.
Yeah, that was the whole.
Especially with Kyrie doing Brick City, you thought Brick Squad was back. You thought Gucci Man was in the corner. It's like, what is this?
I mean, basically, you seen how it was looking.
Kyrie said he was going to bring a championship to Boston when he was there, and he did by throwing the game for Dallas. It was ridiculous.
Man,
I was like, we'll let you go saying that the Earth is flat and this and that and all the stuff as long as you're making baskets. But then the kryptonite ended up being the Celtics itself. And I literally told you this before the things. I was like, if Dallas gets to the finals, they'll beat any team from the East except for the Celtics. And then we made it, and I was just like, we should have just lost in the second round. I'd rather lose in the second round than lose to Boston. It's ridiculous.
It's that bad?
It is that bad. I hate Boston in every sport. And then besides that, Porzingis was my favorite player when he got drafted by the Knicks. And then, the Knicks had to get rid of him. And then it's like, oh, he's on Dallas. And I was like, oh, and then, him playing in Luka. And I was like, this is a dynamic duo. Mm-hmm. And then him and Luka were both my favorite player. But then I didn't like the way Porzingis acted. And he got up out of there and went to Washington. And then found his way to Boston. But it was ridiculous.
And it was a Knick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. How he go to glory on the Celtics? That's like super traitor.
I mean, it's not his fault. I mean, he had injury problems. I mean, it wasn't.
He got injured again, so his injury woes. It's not like he beat those allegations. He still got injured in the finals. He didn't play like a lot of the playoffs, and he even missed a couple of the finals games with his foot.
True. But I always said, I mean, with the Dallas Mavericks, I mean, with Lively's all right. I mean,
he's a rookie, man.
He's a rookie. He did a lot better than a lot of other people that
I'm really impressed
on the team. I'm really impressed with him, except for Kleber. Kleber was trash.
That's because
did Hardy play? Did Hardy play this game?
Not really in the finals, not too much. He did good in the other series when they played him.
Hardy didn't play.
Dante started playing good.
What about Timmy? I don't think Timmy.
Tim hit 5 threes last game, but that was in garbage time, so it doesn't really count. Josh Green played really well this game. He hit a bunch of threes, but Derrick Jones Jr., he's not good enough, man. He's not good enough. You either gotta upgrade Derrick Jones or PJ Washington. And I think PJ Washington is the better of the two. Because PJ plays better defense, and if he gets good matchups, you could saw in the OKC series he was scoring between 25 and 30 a game.
That's the only thing you really can do. You can upgrade Jones, or you can upgrade Kleber, put him in and Hardaway.
Kleber was injured; he wasn't really playing well. I think Tim has worked his way out of the rotation. Mm-hmm. I think that's the move by Dallas. They got everyone under contract besides Derrick Jones Jr., and I think you could get him on a team-friendly deal because he loves Dallas. And then trade Tim Hardaway Jr., a draft pick, and something else, and get you another decent starter.
Get you basically a different four,
a different 3 or 4.
A different 3 or 4.
Whoever you could get best at 3 or 4 that can shoot and that has a little bit of a handle.
But I mean, like I told you, ISO ball is not the way. You can't win with ISO ball. You have a better chance of winning when you're playing team basketball. And do you really think that Luka can play team basketball like that?
Yeah, I mean, he almost leads the league in assists every year. I think he could even do more, but I think he gets discouraged when he gets his guys wide open looks and they miss 4 or 5 shots in a row, and then he turns into Iverson, where he's like, a wide open shot from my teammate is a worse look than me doing a double or triple team fadeaway.
That's horrible. But
he's like, we got the same. Like, might have a better percentage than them.
But at the same time, everybody already knows when you get picked to the Dallas Mavericks, you get picked to stand in that corner right there and wait until Luka gets triple teamed. And he's gonna pass you the ball, and you better make the shot because. I mean, you've seen that's what happened now, but look at Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson was on this team. He left the team, went to the Knicks. He balled now. He dropping like 30 points, 40 points.
Yeah, but it's basically Jalen Brunson is like another Kyrie. He probably would have averaged the same as Kyrie, like about like 25 and 5. If Jalen Brunson was there instead of Kyrie, they would be in Dallas still.
If Jalen Brunson was already in Dallas, you seen how it worked. He was
averaging like 18 points.
It wasn't enough, and now he's averaging more. And you see how amazing he is. They wasn't talking about how amazing he was.
Still ain't playing no defense.
He's like 5'9".
You can't have him and Luka on the court together. Kyrie plays better defense than Brunson.
I mean, but Kyrie plays nothing. I mean, it was already showing you in these playoffs. If Kyrie ain't scoring buckets, he ain't really playing defense like that. He's not really doing anything.
Well, what I liked with Kyrie is in the OKC series, they had a bunch of defenders that were tall and quick enough to stay with him. So he turned into more of a passer, and he played good defense. So he had a good defense, had a lot of assists, and scored 15 to 20 a night, which is okay. And then against Minnesota, the T-Wolves, he got a scoring average up to 25 points a game because he had some guys that he could attack that he was quicker with. So he did it then. But then it's like he literally went against the one team where everyone's bigger and quick enough, like even if they're not just as quick. They got the vertical that even if they're behind him, they could jump and still block a shot.
True that, and also with that, they got old man Al Horford. Because if you didn't know, Al Horford like 38 years old. They was already when they was talking about this finals, this last game, they was saying Al Horford was already on pace to be the next Karl Malone, to being the oldest player in the league to not win a title. But I mean,
Yeah,
you can end that now. What?
He's off that list now. But before that, before they won tonight, he was the second oldest player behind Al Horford Karl Malone to go that long without winning a ring, play that many seasons without winning a ring. So that I guess he's super excited that he doesn't worry about that anymore.
Do you think he's gonna finally retire now? Or he's gonna keep playing like LeBron?
He might play 1 or 2 more years because if Porzingis stays there and he can come off the bench and play like 15, 20 minutes a night, he'll be fine with that.
True, and also we still got to know about the whole Porzingis injury because you already know now that the finals is over with, he's gonna basically go to surgery now.
Again.
I mean, but we don't know about this injury because they said this injury hasn't happened before in so long, so we don't even know how long.
No, I
he's
think
gonna
they
be
do
out.
surgery. Yeah, but he might ride this off and like, I have to miss the first 2 months of the season next year.
But I mean, it'd be all right. I mean, you already got the MVP, Jaylen Brown, the MVP. So we're gonna see how this season goes.
And I hate how Boston got Drew Holiday. It was so ridiculous. Milwaukee. So basically, Drew Holiday wasn't good enough as a third option on Milwaukee, because a lot of games where you needed Drew to come up big, he's having like 7-8 points.
I mean, because you don't need. I mean, true that, but at the same time, you got
as
Brook Lopez
as a third option. He was a bigger option than Brook Lopez.
Brook Lopez making them threes. I don't know.
Yeah, but he would have like his best games. He would average between like 15 and 20. But he had too many big games where it's like, dude, you only had like 5 points, 7 points, 9 points. So Milwaukee's like, you're not good enough as a third option.
But they won a title.
They won a title with him,
I
and he played great against Devin Booker. I'll give him that. But like as far as them getting back there, they're like, we don't think we're going to be able to repeat it again because we have to be like so locked in on D because our offense isn't that good.
Okay, so when you say that, are you saying that is that management saying that it's time for Drew to go, or is that Giannis?
I honestly think it could be either one. I wouldn't put it past Giannis. But I don't know if Giannis is going to throw his teammates under the bus like that.
He threw Doc Rivers under the. I mean, not Doc Rivers. The coach. The old coach under the river bus like that. Now you got Doc Rivers.
Yeah, so I don't know. Giannis might do that, but I could also see the management doing that. Like, we won a championship. We got some favorable matchups. Giannis was healthy the whole time and dominated. No one could stop Giannis, so we won. But we're finding out repeat. We got to have more people step up than just Giannis to get another championship. And they're like, Middleton's good, but Drew Holiday is not good enough.
Just like Tobias Harris isn't good enough in Philly because, Philly is just trash.
Perfect example. Yeah, Tobias Harris isn't good enough in Philly as a third option. So they need to upgrade.
That's why they're trying to talk about Paul George. Talk about getting Paul George on the team. But, I mean, I would think if you was the Clippers, you would get rid of Kawhi before you get rid of Paul George because Kawhi ain't never there. But
Paul's out a lot too, but not as much as Kawhi. Yeah, I see that.
And when the last time you seen Kawhi really play in the playoffs like that?
I mean, even this year, he was like played one game, missed one game, played one game, missed one game.
He was supposed to be the LeBron James stopper. The only thing really stopping LeBron James is basically
he stopped himself.
Basically,
he also did stop LeBron in one finals. He locked him up.
Yeah, you turned the heat off.
Prison.
Yeah, turned the heat. Yeah, how you in San Antonio?
Which was worse?
You
when
in San Antonio
put LeBron in prison in the finals, or when JJ Barea outscored LeBron in the finals?
When Jayson Tatum beat Luka Doncic in the NBA finals this year.
He's by himself. You're right. It was just Luka because no one else showed up. It was ridiculous. Kyrie, you should be ashamed of yourself. Oh yeah, and then we thought Drew Holiday was gonna rot in Portland, and then they cut him. Basically, did a contract buyout, and Boston got him on a dude that's an all defensive player, been an all-star before, and they got him for a veterans minimum contract. And what's crazy, if you look at Boston's lineup, they have 6 guys that have been all-stars before. And a lot of those guys have been all defensive players before.
Williams. What about Robin? Was Robin Williams?
Robert Williams.
Was he going to get a ring?
Nah, they got rid of him. I think they traded him before that.
Who else? Did they trade? I gotta think about it. But I mean,
they said Marcus Smart was the sacrifice.
I mean, he was on the team long enough.
See, me, Marcus Smart and Drew Holiday is like the same player.
But Drew Holiday makes more threes, and he also has more handles than Smart. He can shoot. He has not more. When I say more three, he has a better shot. He has better. But defense wise, I mean, they equal. They equal, but at the same time, I mean, like,
I don't know. I mean, neither one of them really impressed me with their handles. They're about the same level.
I mean,
I see they're about the same level on defense. And then Drew Holiday definitely did kill it from 3. Marcus Smart was okay at 3, but his early years on, he definitely sucked at 3s. You could leave him open. He's decent now, but he had a struggle to get there.
Yeah, it had to happen, but I mean, I can't wait for next season. I mean, they already talks about the Mavericks talking about getting Bronny James and they may lure in LeBron James to come to the Mavs. Well, no, I mean, what I say about all of that whole situation is like it's too much ISO ball. You gonna have Kyrie gonna need it, Luka gonna need it.
It's all right. LeBron's gonna come off the bench with Bronny.
It's gonna be hard, but it's even worse. It's gonna be more PJ Washington standing in the corner right there. You know, he ain't gonna. No. That means he's never gonna get better. He's never gonna develop. So when the playoffs happen, they gonna beat y'all the same exact way. I mean, Kleber's. I mean,
he'll probably still be there, and you know, I think if he was healthier, he could have had a bigger impact. I felt like he was.
The shoulder injury did mess him up.
I feel like he was just getting to where he started playing really good. And then that shoulder injury happened as soon as he started like playing defense and getting his wind back and started knocking down his 3s, and then he gets his shoulder knocked out of socket and playing with it like a dummy arm.
True. But I mean, hey man, but this is a crazy couple years from Boston. I mean, they end up losing their coach. They end up
Ime Udoka for hooking up with the executive's wife.
Exactly, end up losing their coach. Now look at this. Now they end up winning the title. I mean, hey, do you think they're gonna repeat?
No, I don't.
You don't think so?
No.
Why not?
I think this was lucky. I think that everyone knows that in the Eastern Conference that they had no competition this year. Everyone they played was injured. You know, the Bucks were injured. So they didn't really have any competition to meet them.
I mean, but it's really only two other people you have to worry about.
Them and Philly.
The Bucks and Philly.
And they were both injured teams, so neither one of them made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. They played the freaking Pacers, who a lot of people thought would be a play-in team.
Well, wasn't he Rookie of the Year, Halliburton?
And then Halliburton was injured. He played one game.
They still would have lost.
So it's like they got to play like basically sweep every series. So they got to play way fewer games than everyone else in the playoffs. And then Dallas was coming in like literally limping in from like knocking out like 15 Hall of Famers on their journey and going against all those tough teams. And, you know, Baby Jordan and the young OKC Thunder, and then the Clippers with Kawhi and Paul George and was that like Eric Gordon and Westbrook and, you know, all the Hall of Famers they have on their team. So Dallas needs to stay healthy. That's what they need to do.
And Luka needs to lose weight, learn how to play at least C-level defense. You know, not A-level defense. You don't gotta be, you don't gotta be Patrick Beverly on the court. You don't gotta be, a Holiday. He can just be, be decent. Enough to stay in front of you. Not get everybody to blow past you every year. Cause, that's something he needs to do better.
He played a lot better defense this year as he did in years past, and he's getting better.
He had the highest blow by percentage in history. What are you talking about?
That's in the finals, not in the regular season.
It's even gonna be probably
because he was too tired and injured, and then they started to pick on him because they knew his knee was messed up.
He wasn't playing defense regardless. But I mean that's enough about this topic.
And then they let Boston play rugby, and then at Dallas it's like flag football. Like if you touch a Boston player, it's a foul. Where you can clothesline a Dallas player, and it's not anything. It's just a play on.
It's gonna be all right.
It's because all the refs, if you don't know, come from the Boston area.
Okay, co-host. They Mavs gonna come back next year. I can see it now. Y'all gonna make it to
Well, I mean, this team only was like from the trade deadline, so they got to play like 10 games before, like 15 games before going into the playoffs. So it's like they'll get a whole training camp now. They'll see if they could add any better pieces to make a good team even better.
So
hopefully, if Luka's not injured in next year's playoffs and remains healthy, I think he would be definitely good enough.
So you want to bet on it? You want to bet?
Bet what?
You want to get? I bet my Lakers go way farther than your Mavericks next year.
Oh, Lakers are going worse.
What is bet?
LeBron's not coming back.
Better T on it.
Yeah, LeBron's not coming back. He might be going to Dallas.
Let's see, man.
They might use their first round pick on Bronny.
That's not happening.
So if Dallas drafts Bronny, LeBron ain't coming to play with his son before he retires.
That's gonna be next year after that, not this year.
And he said he was just glazing how much he loves Kyrie. That's my point guard.
And
He beat Steph Curry for me. He had the shot of shots.
listen, man, he better not leave. Oh, didn't it be crazy? Didn't it be AD and the White Mamba over there in La La Land, just balling out? The new Shaq and Kobe.
Who?
Austin Rivers and AD. And
Austin Rivers doesn't even play no more.
I mean I'm sure not Austin Rivers. Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves and AD.
AD is he looks like he needs to retire.
Nah.
He ain't got it no more. But hopefully Dallas gets a couple upgrades on the roster. They get this team to go through a training camp together, and after going through this finals run, they'll be back and get a top seed because they understand how important home court advantage is and make the playoff road a little bit easier for themselves by getting a higher seed. So maybe they could play a crappy team in the first round and not have to play any good until the second or third round of the playoffs. I mean, people were already saying this is a cupcake walk. They played, everybody was injured, and then you got Kyrie curse that took Kyrie out, and then Luka was injured. He looked like he was about 75% the way he normally plays.
Every time somebody in the East wins a championship, we always say it was a cupcake walk. They had nobody when LeBron James was winning. It was a cupcake walk. Boston wins a cupcake walk.
The main championships that fans are already not counting is this one. And then the one before that was the bubble championship. People say that doesn't count because when do you, like LeBron, who is old, got to take like 4 months off and then go on a playoff run? When are you ever going to get 4 months off right before the playoffs? They said most of the guys didn't think they were coming back, got out of shape, and then didn't even care about winning. They just wanted to go back home, so they didn't try that hard. And that's why the Heat came out of the East, and that's why the Lakers got a super easy finals matchup. Because a lot of people thought that the Heat were nowhere near a finals level team.
And just like I think Michael Jordan is nowhere.
And then before that, the Golden State ones, the Kevin Durant ones, someone that's an MVP player joining a 73-9 team that already has their own NBA MVP. So an NBA MVP betraying their team and joining the team that beat them. People a lot of times don't count those two Kevin Durant championships. So some championships do have asterisks next to them. So I wonder if
ever count.
I mean, you can see it in every comment section. People don't forget. Have you seen in every comment section? It's like Clay went 0 for 10 in a finals game.
There's always one person, but that don't matter. The majority know what it is.
If you've been watching any basketball posts for like the past month, they're like, "Man, did you remember that Clay went 0 for 10?
Oh Lord, ain't nobody gonna talk about that. But
everyone is gonna talk about how Jayson Tatum, supposedly the hero of the Celtics, has no Finals MVPs and was in fact carried by Jaylen Brown, because we all know if Dallas would have got through it, Luka without a doubt would have been the Finals MVP. He's the only player that showed up for Dallas. But with the Celtics, how are you gonna let the second best player get the Finals MVP? You know what was crazy? And I said if Jaylen Brown didn't get Finals MVP, Drew Holiday should have got it before Jayson Tatum.
I can see that.
I would say Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday was nice. I think Jayson, not over Jayson Tatum.
I do. I think Jayson Tatum was the third best player on his own team this finals.
Nah. Yeah.
It goes.
He had more 20.
Brown.
And
then Tatum's 3, and then Drew Holiday's 2.
Let's hate.
Brown, Holiday, and Tatum.
Hey, talk about
their 1-2-3 punch.
But speaking about 1-2-3 punch, it's time to move on to this next topic here, because it looks like this white girl still knocking y'all haters out, man. Looks like Caitlin Clark condemns toxic, racist, and misogynistic comments aimed WNBA culture wars.
Oh yeah, amid a WNBA culture war, everybody in our world deserves the same amount of respect. And it was funny. There was like a hard shove in there, like. That would have Doris Burke, who's also a hater, the girl reporter on the NBA Finals. She's like, if that would have been on Caitlin Clark, everyone would have been talking about that tomorrow.
Everybody just mad because they don't get no coverage. But we got a video right here basically summing up everything. Why everybody's saying it's just toxic when you just speak up Caitlin Clark's name. I mean, every time you talk about her, it's men always talking about how all the women are haters, and it's women always talking about they're not getting a fair shot, and we've been here way before Caitlin Clark. But play the video.
Caitlin Clark, like most white athletes who refuse to kiss the ring or to take a knee, has had the woke target on her back from the word go. Now, this anti-Clark plus anti-white charade has manifested itself into physical attacks. After that BS cheap shot, Chief Hater Angel Reese appeared pretty pleased about it too. Caitlin Clark is the only reason at all anyone gives two craps about the WNBA. Caitlin Clark is carrying that entire league on her back. She's the reason they are starting to fly private when they should be realistically on a bus like a JV high school team. But even with Clark, the WNBA is still outsold and outperformed by the Savannah Bananas, for goodness sake. But these other gals hate Clark because she's famous, she's good, she's not a and she's white. And this petty and catty behavior displayed by many in the WNBA is the exact attitude and reason that sinks all women's pro team sports. Push Clark out and you'll be back to selling fewer tickets than a high school performance of The Wizard of Oz, but y'all haters deserve it, honestly.
Can you kind of, on the flagrant, did you feel like that?
The basketball play.
Yeah. Did you feel like that was the appropriate call or?
It's a basketball play. I can't control the refs. They affected the game obviously a lot tonight. So.
But it did look in like you were going for the ball.
I mean, I'm always going for the ball, but y'all gonna play that clip 20 times before Monday?
Ooh.
Calling him out.
I mean, she going into the head. I mean, she put a little extra.
Real.
She put a little extra spice on that. But how'd you feel, Coach? How'd you feel about that first clip with the white lady talking?
They would be a JV team?
Did they be a JV team? Did you honestly feel like it was getting real racism, getting real misogynistic every time people bring up Caitlin Clark's name?
Nah, I mean, I don't think so. I also understand where these girls is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, what do you expect them to think? You know, this league has been around for this many years. You have, you know, women already doing extraordinary things. You know,
Asia Wilson.
Yeah, like, you know, they won back-to-back championships on the Aces.
Yep.
She's back-to-back finals MVP, and it's like, nobody cares. And then Caitlin Clark's lighting college on fire. Like, you know, and they're like, oh, she's like the girl Larry Bird. And, you know, she gets all these commercials and endorsements and all this stuff. And then she comes to the WNBA, and everyone's thinking, you know, that she's going to be like, you know, dropping 20 points a game. And honestly, you know, she's had some games, and I think she's overall, you know, got like point and rebound totals higher, quicker than a lot of the rookie records. But if you actually look at her shooting percentage, she has
getting better.
She hasn't been shooting that great from the field. She's almost like Iverson was back in the day. You know, she had maybe she had 30 points one game, but maybe it took her 35 shots to get 30 points.
Hey,
you know, so
hating again. How you hating on Caitlin? Listen, man. Did you know that she just balled out and beat?
For some reason, you know.
You know she's better than Caitlin Clark. She's better than Angel Reese's team, right?
I don't
they have
like.
more wins.
I don't like. You know, Nicolas Cage. And every time I see her, I see Nicolas Cage.
Just that misogynistic stuff they was talking about right
How's
here.
that misogynistic?
Listen, it's horrible. But
it's not my fault her face is like that.
But nah, I mean, when people was talking about this, at first I didn't see it. I always was thinking about like, why come every time something happens, the first thing they want to jump to is race? And I mean, and I always thought that was an easy cop out.
Because race sells, baby.
I mean, it sells, but I mean, I always felt like that's an easy cop out. I mean, it's just a white girl that's coming into the NBA.
Making her way down.
All right, it's a white girl coming into a sport that's predominantly dominated by black women. I mean, of course, let them have one. I mean, think about it. I mean, black people are dominating almost every sport.
But what about
one season with one white girl's winning? I mean, it's all right. I mean, but everybody already knows Asia Wilson is out here balling. They might win again.
Serena Williams.
I mean, they did. I mean, at that time, yeah, it was a lot of hate. It was a lot of classism and hate. It was probably hating around that time. There
probably was.
There's going across the pond.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as much, but it was going overseas. I mean, it had to be.
They kept on trying to put that Sharapova girl like as the top one,
and she was trash.
And she would lose every time to her.
And I remember the only reason people talked about it was because like she looked good. I mean, I didn't see it, but people all said, "Oh yeah,
you saw it."
I guess so, but back to this. But I mean, I honestly feel like this is just the WNBA dropping the ball because I think they knew about Caitlin Clark coming to the WNBA, but they didn't think it was going to be this massive because everything that happens is going to be on the news. Like this little hit right here. I mean, we've seen harder hits in the NBA Finals than this, and it doesn't really make the news.
I mean, they were literally making fun of it. They're like, "Oh, that player got pushed a little bit," and they're like, "Oh, if that was Caitlin Clark, that'd be front page news." So you know. It kind of comes with the territory, but
at the same time, you see in the algorithm, if you put Caitlin Clark on anything, you make a short video, you make a video, you put Caitlin Clark in the title, the video finna go. So I mean,
if you're watching this on TFTC clips, go over to Tales from the Crib and make sure you subscribe so you get this video early.
But I mean, it's business. It's business. I mean, WNBA needs money, even though they did show that the WNBA is like may file bankruptcy, or they not making that much money, or not make they're not making a lot of money. But
yeah.
They made a lot less than previous
they're
years.
still gonna lose like $50 million on the season. I saw.
But I wonder how much they were losing before the $50 million.
The WNBA, what, $80 million a year?
Ooh, I mean, so if you move.
No, I don't know. I know that the WNBA's lost money every year since it's been around, but that's why people got to support, so then it could be profitable, and then they could give them real deal contracts like the NBA players, because that's how the NBA gets all their money, is the TV deals. But they asked her. I saw in an interview they actually asked Caitlin Clark about what does she think about her name being used in like these culture war, like racist, things, and she was like, she hates that her name gets used for that, but what are you gonna do? She can't stop people from writing whatever they want to write.
You can't.
I don't know, man.
You can't. I mean,
I
people
feel
gonna
like-
talk. People gonna talk about you regardless. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda did this. Shoulda did that.
I
They
think
gonna
there
hate
is
on
a
you.
little bit of that, but I don't think that's everything. I mean, you can say that like, oh, who is this? Like a Christian McCaffrey. Was saying, who is this white bee?
The running back for the the running back for the
Or wait, was
49ers?
not Christian McCaffrey. What's the dude that does the TV show? The punter, the kicker.
Oh, for the Chiefs?
No, he has this show on ESPN. A blonde dude.
Oh, Pat McAfee?
Pat McAfee, not Christian McCaffrey.
This guy.
But Pat McAfee called her a white bee.
Yeah, I remember that. People try to get mad about that, but they didn't fire him.
Oh, and they said also that she's getting so much hate is because this is supposedly like, softball and women's basketball, that it's a lot of lesbians in those leagues.
Yeah.
And they're saying that she's gets hate because she's straight and she's white.
True.
So apparently they're saying that's the worst thing you can be in America is a straight white person.
Get no love in these streets. Because, I was looking at...
Do you think that's why there's so many people that are different things now?
LGBT?
Because it's like, man, everyone's getting in on their own activism, but unless I'm a part of the alphabet community, I can't get any sympathy.
I mean, think about it. It is...
It's a way to stand out.
But think about it. It's Juneteenth. It's Men's Health Month. But all we talking about is pride. Because it's Pride Month, too.
When did they allow that? That's disrespect. Who allowed that to pass?
Pride. It's like the U-turn sign.
Send
taking
it right
over.
back to you.
Whoa. Pause. But I mean, y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole Caitlin Clark situation. Do you feel like it's just
Is it because she's straight?
it's
Is it because she's white?
it's because she looks better than everybody?
That's definitely not it. That's not it.
You mad because she looks better than your future wife?
I don't want my wife to look like a falcon. I thought that was a falcon on the edge of the building perched, spreading its wings. And I was like, oh, no, it's Caitlin Clark. I thought I was about to go, well, call.
You disrespect. He made a verse out.
It was Nicolas Cage saying, here we go. That's what it was.
Can we go to the next topic?
It's all right. Everyone
man,
looks
that's
like
hilarious.
somebody. I look like somebody. Angel Reese looks like what's the Ice Age?
Which one? The mammoth, woolly mammoth,
No,
the saber-tooth tiger.
not the squirrel. The was it the sloth?
You disrespectful.
She looks like, was it Sid?
Yes.
Angel Reese is Sid. You got Sid versus Nicolas Cage. The
Oh, it's
showdown.
with Angel Reese.
Yeah.
I think people can't. Oh, you disrespect. You going to hell. You ever just talking about black women in front of me?
Angel Reese is cool. I don't.
Nah,
dislike
but you
her.
know they are trying to prop up Angel Reese. Every time I turn around,
They're trying to
Angel-
make her the villain. They're trying to
Angel
make her
Reese-
LeBron on the Heat.
Yeah, true that. They trying to make she's first. She's number one in rebounds for rookies. Number one in this. Number one in that.
She's number
fastest
one in
to
Brick
hit
City.
this.
It's like, who's gonna have more bricks? Angel Reese from 2 feet away, or Caitlin Clark?
seen her make one shot.
Caitlin Clark from
I seen them
35
make
feet.
nah, I'm lying. I see them make like couple shots. It's like 7 or 8.
Who's gonna build that house
What?
quicker? Angel Reese from 3. I mean, Angel Reese from 2 or Caitlin Clark from 3.
Caitlin Clark, because Caitlin Clark already has more. Her team has already more wins than the Fever, and she's already beat. I mean, the Chicago
Sky twice.
She already beat them twice. I mean,
It sounds like the officials were racist.
We gonna see.
I'm just kidding.
You're a hater. We gonna see how it goes.
But no one's talking about the real star.
Who?
Cameron Brink.
Oh, from
Sparks. She could post me up anytime.
You and Jimmy Butler.
I'm fighting Jimmy for.
Gotta watch out for y'all. But moving on, man. Time to talk about the main topic at hand, man. We've been waiting for it, man. This past weekend, Gervonta Davis fought Frank Martin, man. It was crazy. I mean, this fight was just it was funny. I mean,
see why he got the nickname the Ghost. He got ghosted.
Horrible. But I mean, this past weekend, Gervonta fought Frank. I mean, Gervonta came in looking sharp, man. At 130, he came in at 133. It was a fight at 135 for the light heavyweight championship. I mean, he came in as ESPN's number 7 pound for pound, ranked number 7 pound for pound. But I mean, now it's looking like he got to be top 3 the way this is going. Because I mean, this fight was just amazing. I really thought at the beginning of the fight, not at the beginning, towards the middle of the fight, I thought like he might lose. He might lose because I mean it may not be enough time for him to
come back.
I mean, like,
yeah, Gervonta Davis was definitely getting whooped in the early rounds.
Like the first 3-4 rounds.
Even more than that. I mean, what was it before he got knocked out? I think it was like 6-1, like to Martin.
You going 6-1?
I think that's how it might have been 5-1. I don't remember exactly, but I remember it was more than 4. It was like 5. Like he had won like 5 or 6 rounds already.
I want to say I want to give him like
Frank
4.
Frank Martin. Like I think like Gervonta had only won like 1 round before that. But then this round, I think it looked like Gervonta was going to win it. But he basically kept the pressure on him. He was backing him down the whole time, not letting up. So that way Frank was having to move the entire match and move side to side and use all his energy moving. And it just seemed like he got tired. Instead of moving, he's like, I'm just going to rest in the corner and just cover up enough and just be okay and conserve some energy. And you can't do that against Tank. Tank literally sized him up in the corner, waited, had him scared because Tank was like, holding the right hand, like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. You better cover up. And he was like, oh, ho, ho. And then it's like he just hit him with the sucker left uppercut when he was looking for the right. And then once he was stunned, then he came with the right. And he knocked him down.
He hit him with the left hook, the left uppercut, and left hook. Yeah, I mean
left uppercut to a right.
And it was nasty. I mean, with the fight, I mean, like Coles was saying, I mean, Frank came in. He came on pressure. I mean, he was throwing punches. He was catching Gervonta with a couple of hits. I mean, it was looking real good at this time. I mean, I thought Gervonta had to be hurt. He was a little rusty because he's just coming out of jail. But then, I mean, everybody was talking about how, like, this is how Gervonta fights. I mean, the first couple of rounds, he just, like, analyzes you, see what you going to see, how you throwing punches and everything. And he did say in the press conference that he was going to take Frank deep in the water. And, I mean, I'm guessing deep in the water, I mean, the late rounds to see if you're really going to have that same energy. Because, I mean, the way he was going, Frank was hopping up and down. I mean, I already knew that he wasn't going to last that many rounds because, I mean,
man, Frank was looking good the whole fight. I'm not gonna lie. He was doing a little bit of grabbing, but not too much.
For 17 wins, he was good.
He was definitely connecting on way more punches. So like his substantial hits, was way more. But I guess all it takes one substantial hit.
Yeah, I mean,
to end the fight.
I mean, that's all it really takes. Because I mean, the whole time he would have did good. I mean, like if he would have kept Gervonta like in the middle of the ring or anywhere but in the corner, he would have been fine. Because like his corner said, stay out the corner, stay out the corner, stay out the corner. And then as soon as the 7th, 8th round came, he just somehow went to the corner. But I guess I gotta say that has to go to Gervonta Davis' skill, like, cause he's so like he analyzes the game, like he cuts the ring off, so like he knows like
I will give him this one warning. It looks like sometimes like with fighters as they get older, and it's like I feel them out and then I turn it on late. Sometimes those fighters, as they go on later in their career, they start turning it on later and later. Mm-hmm. And it's like, man, you're working with like no time. Like you got to get this done. He's got to watch that. And he's got to. This was kind of like a rope-a-dope type job where he was just eating punches, making him move, and then once he tired himself out, he just unleashed on him and knocked him out. So you got to watch that as a boxer. Like, yeah, that could get you some wins, especially if you got endurance and a tough chin. You can kind of play that cat and mouse game and get your way to a win. But you can also play that mouse game and play yourself retarded. Sure. Because you don't want to end up like Muhammad Ali. I mean, he passed away like 20 years probably before the other guys he was boxing. Like, because you do too much rope-a-dope, it's like almost real dope. You're going to end up a little punch drunk. And then your brain turns into mush. It's not a joke. It literally will happen.
I mean, yeah, true that. You can't be taking too many punches. I mean, yeah, he could cut some of that out, and also what
he
you
was
saying
even
is true.
looking like once they were interviewing him, and he was talking to him, and they had the little monitor there, and he could see his own face. He was like, "Dang, like I didn't realize his jab like had been like swollen both of his cheeks up. He looked like a squirrel. Looked like he had some nuts in his mouth." But no, it was just Ryan Garcia.
You seen Ryan Garcia there? He shook hands with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia came in there and said, Frank need to fight me next. Frank need to fight me. I mean, not Frank. Gervonta need to get the rematch. We need to get the rematch. But he already know they're not gonna have a rematch anytime soon. I mean, that's not
What's
happening.
funny is like wasn't Tank like scared to fight Devin Haney, and then Ryan beat Devin Haney? So it's like
never scared to fight Devin. You think
they say he's scared to fight Devin Haney, and then
Shakur?
Shakur. I don't know about Shakur. Not really him as much. What's that other dude?
Lomachenko.
Lomachenko, and then that one other dude.
Terrence Crawford. But Terrence Crawford is more up in weight.
Is he like 140?
Yeah, 140. Yeah, he had in the 140s.
Yeah, man.
He's not moving up. I mean, 133. He ain't. You saw him 133 and doing two backflips, two flips. I mean, you can't do no better than that. I mean, that's his perfect weight. That's like his weight.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying, that he needs to go up 5 pounds.
You want him to go 5 more
pounds? But then
pounds?
he'll probably lose, because it seems like he's got the power advantage at 135.
True. Yeah. You see,
it's crazy, man, to talk like 135. Like I probably weighed that in like 7th grade.
True.
Like these guys,
and
it's so funny. We're like the tail of the tape.
That's how the game
is.
This
guy
right now.
is 5'3", 135 pounds, and he's the meanest man you'll see. And you're like, I could literally just punt this guy over a fence.
I mean, that's how the game is now. I mean, back in the day, it was like the heavyweight champions,
People want to
Roy
see the
Jones. People like, I mean, you got the littles. The only one you got right now, I mean, we just seen with Tyson Fury lost.
If you want to see
real Wilder lost.
If we want to see real hobbits fight, I saw a match where they had one big dude fight 2 hobbits at once, and he beat the crap out of both of them. Because what's more entertaining, 2 little people beating each other up, or 1 person beating up 2 little people?
You got me all right. Two on one. I mean, but then you go into the WWE territory.
We should have like Gervonta and Ryan Garcia team up and be on the same team
This guy.
and like fight Brock Lesnar.
Who kind of prize boxing stuff is
And
this?
then John Cena will come out of nowhere and help Brock Lesnar.
I need whoever your plug is, tell him hit me up. Tell him hit me.
I plead the fifth.
But I mean, this is an amazing fight. I mean, I can't wait to see who he fights next. I mean, some people saying fighting Shakur, but other people saying
Do you think
nah,
Shakur's that good?
He's not. He's a runner. He's a track star.
Yeah, that's it. They're saying he don't got the chops for it. That a Tank gets him with one good one, he'll probably be night too.
Then they got Lomachenko. They're saying he can fight Lomachenko. He's more solid. I mean, but even though everybody knows Lomachenko's gonna lose, so I mean,
He's
only
fight
thing
Adrian Broner.
horrible. Adrian Broner just lost again.
Isn't he like a bigger person? Like what is he like?
Probably in the 140s also.
He's still littles.
I mean, yeah, they ain't in that big weight class in the 200s. They're not doing all of that. But I mean, we gonna keep y'all. What
is Canelo? You know, comment down below if you know what.
Canelo. Cause remember Benavidez. Remember we seen Benavidez fight that dude. I think that's 148 now.
Okay.
141. Yeah, in that range.
They're almost to my high school freshman weight.
So I mean, we seen Benavidez fight. I mean, he was pretty good. We seen him go against that old man that he was like 10 years younger than.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he looked nice. He had a couple combinations.
Check us out and always help us down in the comments below.
With the boxing.
We're with boxing. We're checking out more boxing and UFC. We mainly check out NFL and NBA. We're NFL and NBA gurus, but when it comes to UFC and boxing. We're more casuals, but we're watching it more and more. So help us get in tune. Let us know which fighters you think are the best, which fights we should be watching, and what
Got
you
Terrence
want us
Crawford coming up
reacting to.
next.
This was an entertaining fight, though. I'll give it to both of them. To Tank Davis and to Frank Martin, because some fights be boring, man. They be boring as hell.
A lot of hugging.
Some
It was no
of
hugging.
the UFC fights. Sometimes I hate UFC because it's like it is the closest thing to like real fighting, I guess you could say. But then they do those like, oh, I'm just gonna wrestle you all match, and since I was on top of you and sweating on you more, I win the match. And it's like that is so lame. They should almost DQ you if you wrestle in UFC.
Too much on the ground. You can't be on the ground for too much time.
If you can't take a dude to a round and like wrap him up, and then he tap right there, reset.
Yeah.
You get like
2 minutes on the ground.
15 seconds on the ground.
That's quick.
And then it's a reset. That's real UFC. Because if you've never been in a street fight, no one's going to let you get you in one little ankle, like, oh, tweak your ankle or your arm in a weird way until you give, or like, oh, I'm going to break your elbow. Like, no. They will poke your eye out. They will rip your cojones off. They're not letting you get them in some like little Girl Scout hold. They're going to make you fight for real.
True.
But anything else on Tank? Any final words?
I mean, comment down below who you want to see Tank fight next. I mean, you want to see Machenko, you want to see Shakur. I mean, you guys let me know.
Only Shakur I know is Tupac.
And only real snitch I know is this next topic right here, man.
Got
dog, Little Woody, man. The person of the year. Somebody.
Lil Woody's the person of the year?
I mean, yeah, the number one snitch of the year. Who would have thought, man?
It's crazy who you look up to.
Horrible. Who would have thought, man? This young thug tries going on almost on 100 days. We still haven't come close to knowing if young thug gonna be guilty or innocent. I mean, it's looking real murky. It's gonna be a mistrial for sure. It's looking like, but I mean, this trial right here is the funniest thing ever. I mean, it needs its own TV show. It needs to be on Zeus VH1 because I mean, the way it's going, Little Woody over here trying to teach everybody his ABCs. He trying to understand what a gang. Man, play the video. We gonna play the video. We gonna come right back and let you know what's going on.
I say, listen, man. Whatever y'all want me to say, I would tell you right now. Just tell me what to say, and I will say it. Tell me what y'all want to know, and I will tell you. So if they would ask.
It's hard to keep up with how he moving.
What do you mean?
So he not moving how he used to move. Reckless. He moved different. But he want this nigga so bad that he's back reckless.
Why he want him so bad?
Because I can do for everybody, man. I give you the card that I know. Or like I said, I don't know what cards they're gonna use because the card, they don't have a hot card of my knowledge right now, but most likely, like I said, I can meet up with them right before they do it. Y'all
That
can
puts
right
you in too much danger? We can't do that.
No.
We're going to have to rethink a plan. They're not going to do that.
Okay.
Because if God forbid something happens to you, it's on us.
No, it's different because they trust me. They trust me. Even with the situation with me and Thug, we both look at each other sideways when we around. But he still do this a lot. And I just look at him like, he's still stupid.
Ask me about, if they would ask me about President Trump, I would have had a story about Trump. If they would ask me about you, I would have had a story about you. Whatever to convince them that I ain't do nothing, it wasn't me. That's what my intention was. So you're asking me about interviews, and I keep telling you, you keep asking me step by 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 step. This is what I did. When they got me on this day, and I was going to jail, I try to come up with something to tell them. That's why I can't tell you what I said. I was making it up.
What benefit would it be for you to lie to the police if you were trying not to be in trouble?
I was hoping to convince them so they could let me go.
So why would you lie to convince them?
What you mean? Why would I lie to convince them?
Right. Why would you lie to convince them if you want?
What do you mean? I told you. I lied to convince them.
Exactly, man. So if you don't know, man, Woody don't know what he want to do at first. I mean, in 2000, 2015, he wanted to tell the police officers that, it's Young Thug and them. They over here causing all the problems. They the one that killed Nut. They did all that, and now he on court. Now he at court. Now he trying to switch the whole story up. People are trying to say that he's trying to save face because he already snitched. But now that he on trial and everybody's watching it, it's on social media. He's trying to make sure he don't like a snitch in front of everybody else. Because it seemed like it's working. Because you see everybody talking about the antics, like, oh, he telling one lady that she smells stank. He teaching people how to do the ABCs. He over acting slow.
How would he be a snitch if everything he said was made up?
Exactly. How's he a snitch and everything he's saying is made up? So I mean, he's fooling a lot of people, but some people are saying, man, he's still snitching on the stand because he's still saying some things that he basically said back then that's still proving that Young Thug is basically the leader of the whole crew and he's a big dog on campus. Because, I mean, at the end of the day,
isn't that what Gunna did?
What, Gunna snitch?
Yeah.
I mean, you see Young.
He said YSL's a gang.
So you say that, but how you feel about Young Thug dad dancing at the Gunna concert? You didn't see that video going around?
His dad has no morals. He don't even like his dad. I think his dad did it to troll him.
Oh, you a hater. But nah, I mean, so this trial is going crazy. So
happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Exactly. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
All my
snitching that is active in the kids' life.
Screen. All my co-hosts, baby mamas came through and they got him like a cake.
You a hater.
Donuts. They got him a little gift bag with some new socks and chones. He's set. Put down what you got your daddies down below in the comment section.
Whatever, but starting back on the whole situation. So back at court, man, so I've been watching the whole court situation. They called Nut's father on the stand. Nut's father talks about how his relationship with Young Thug, basically talk about how they was cordial. They were cordial. Sometimes Nut used to go to some of the Young Thug videos. You'll see him in some of the Young Thug music videos.
He was affiliated.
Then you go from there. Then you go from you go to that situation. And you go to the Hertz dude, the person that works at Hertz that's rented them out the car. They was allegedly supposed to have the car a lot longer than they actually rented it out for. Also, it was under Jeffrey Young Thug's name, which is stupid. Like, why would you rent out a car if you know you finna do a hit?
We're gonna get in that to a little bit later, where someone. It's like if you're doing a crime or doing something that's gonna make you look bad, why would you do it or like your manager do it? They're gonna know it's you. Like, why don't you have a friend of a friend of a friend do it in their name? Because it's like Mike Jones, who is that? That's some random guy.
Remember G Herbo in his fraud situation?
Yeah, and he beat the case.
He ain't beat the case. He's going to jail.
He's free. He's a free man.
He hasn't went.
He's moving to Cuba.
Yet. Whatever.
And he's taking one of the subs back to Russia.
So with this whole case going on, how do you feel about it? Do you feel like do you feel like Young Thug's innocent, or do you feel like they finna get him on something?
I feel like he's gonna beat the case after everything that's happened. Do I think he's innocent? Let's just say I plead the fifth.
You think he's gonna beat the case? He's taking nothing, no charges. Think about it.
I think especially what happened. You've seen Young Thug's attorney was granted bond and will not have to report to jail this weekend because he was like almost held in contempt of court for calling out the judge for having a private meeting with the prosecution that he wasn't allowed to do. And so he called him out on that, and then the judge wants to throw him in contempt of court to be like, who told you this information, or who told you that this secret meeting happened? Like, he wanted him to snitch, and since he refused to snitch, he put him in jail. And then he asked to be Thug's cellmate.
Yeah,
which I thought was pretty hard.
Yeah, that was
so they could work on the case.
That was funny, but he had to change his mind about that because that would automatically grant a mistrial because Young Thug needs his lawyer there.
Can't throw his lawyer in
and
jail.
then on top of that, as soon as his lawyer came there, the lawyer has a backup lawyer there also. So the backup lawyer came up and said, "Well, if you're throwing the main lawyer in jail, you got to throw me and the lawyer in jail too because I feel the same way. Like, I'm not gonna tell you, I feel the same way too. I'm not gonna tell you who our sources. I'm not gonna tell you who our sources is, and I also don't feel like it's fair that you have Woody in the back in the chambers, and you over here making deals saying, oh, granting him immunity, saying, oh yeah, if you admit to this crime, then if anything you say to, we gonna grant you immunity for anything. They don't think that's fair.
It's really crazy because I don't know if you're a fan, unfortunately, of a lot of rap music. A lot of these guys are affiliated, and like they get in trouble because of that. But you see some people that have done pretty heinous crimes beat the case because the police are so thirsty. The DA is so thirsty to get a win that they cheat, and then they get caught cheating, so then the whole case still gets thrown out.
So you upping on the Chicago rules? That's why you think he may not get anything?
Yeah, because like
I'm operating on the Tory Lanez rules because like even though he ain't get that one thing, he gonna get something.
Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work out for Thug. I hope that he gets the best, that he can get out of his situation. But like, one of G Herbo's buddies allegedly had committed a quadruple murder. Quadruple murder. And because they got the evidence illegally, the whole case was thrown out. But they knew for a fact he killed these people. But since they went and got the evidence illegally, the whole case got thrown out and it can't be retried because they violated his civil rights.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, they did with the whole young.
So I mean, stuff like that happens. People that really kill people or did murders, they beat the cases sometimes because the police be too thirsty.
They did talk about with the Young Thug case. They said they got a lot of things on a cell phone that they planted a cell phone on one of the inmates that was in jail on one of the YSL members, and they bit the bait. They're talking to Young Thug on the phone and everything. So they said that may be a legal thing. So there's a lot of things that has been going on here. They may grant a mistrial, but you already know what a mistrial. All it really means is we just gonna reset. But the thing is with the whole reset that this is already one of Georgia's biggest criminal cases that they've done in so long that they don't want to reset this. Like we already almost in 100 days and we haven't even got Young Thug on the stand. With a lot Gunna ain't been on the stand even though he may not get on the stand. It's a lot of other
Gunna's
people
been
that
like
talk.
I'm on tour overseas.
Exactly, he'll be able to act like it never happened. So I mean, you got all that. So people were saying that he may just get the whole Wyatt and Lucci deal. Wyatt and Lucci got a whole bunch of years on paper. He did like 5 years in 4 or 5 years in jail. He's gonna get a bunch of years on paper. So they say Young Thug may get the same thing because he had to do 5 years total and then do the rest 10, 15 on papers.
Yeah, I mean, I
it
think
still look like a win.
I think they could get a mistrial. I mean,
but that just means do it over again.
I mean, not a mistrial, but the case like the thrown out.
I doubt that'll happen. I doubt they throw it out. They spent too much money to throw it out.
That's pretty shady, man. To have the judge doing secret meetings, like that. I think that's good enough to get a case thrown out, and it's like not even like just like a mistrial where they could have to do it again. But I mean, like where it's just done.
I can see. I mean, the only thing I can see about that is it just looks like Little Woody's credibility just looks shady. I mean, if anything, they said the lawyer just put in a whole docket to remove the judge off the whole court. So they remove the judge, they just get a whole new judge, and they just start this.
Y'all just need to vote for Donald Trump, and then he's just gonna pardon Young Thug because he pardons his favorite rappers.
I mean, that may happen, but I mean, this is just too much.
They were saying that's what Joe Biden should do. That he should pardon his son, Hunter.
He won't do it. I mean,
he said he's not gonna do it. But what if they give him like 15 years?
It's like Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan, giving his money to the kids.
He's like, I'm gonna pardon 10 years and only let him do 5.
He did give me a horrible Father's Day gift. 2 years in a row.
He's like, he is the worst for PR.
Nah. But I mean, we're gonna put our prayers out for Young Thug. I mean, this situation is going crazy. It's gonna be a lot more updates going on. This court is definitely still gonna be going on until the end of December. It ain't looking too good.
Free Young Thug down in the comments.
Free Young Thug. But moving
like, comment, subscribe.
Exactly. But moving on, man. It's time for the couch announcements.
Welcome to the halftime show of Tales from the Crib. We let you know what's going on, what's new with the channel, and what you can expect. We got a lot of fun things going on. You need to make sure you're tuned into this channel, like, comment, and subscribe so you can get the hit the notification bell so you can get all the alerts when we drop a new episode. Watch TFTC clips, so if you don't have the time to watch a whole episode, you can watch your favorite segments clipped out on TFTC clips. We have TFTC Gaming, where when we have time to play video games, we play games on Xbox there and upload it. And then we have our number one Moneymaker. Who is that you say? Oh yeah, super thanks down below. You can give us super thanks on this channel, TFTC clips, and crib reactions. So that's the quickest way to support the show. Give us a comment. Your comment will be highlighted. So donate today with the super thanks.
Exactly, and also thank you for checking out Crib Reactions, man. #1 reaction channel on YouTube in my eyes, man. Don't
Almost
check
at
me, check your
10K
mama.
subs.
Almost at 10K subs. I mean, you already know we dropping videos, new jeans. We got that HG Woke Up, that Baby Metal, that JT OK. 246 views. They need to get more and more views, man. Please watch that.
Bandmade and 1OK Rock. Both of those are rock groups. So if you're into rock, you're into pop, you're into rap, you're into trap, you're into K-pop, don't matter in music. We might even start doing country.
Ooh, for real? What's the name?
Probably not. Crib Reactions does every type of music in the world except for country.
You a hater.
Because we hate country.
Now, who's called Christopher Wallace?
Except for my co-host when I caught him listening to Luke Bryan in his car.
Luke Bryan's fire.
And what's that dude's name? Jellyface?
Jelly Roll?
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll be going off, man. I like
He looks like, what's the ghost from Ghostbusters? Slimer?
You horrible. He doesn't like Slimer, and I just say that. I can say that now. You disrespectful. But enough about that, man. Make sure y'all click on that. Make sure you check out Crib Reactions.
Get us to 10K subs.
Or
we're gonna find you.
Get us to 50K subs, man. Or we gonna find you.
Super thanks to this video, so my co-host, we could afford him to get out of his sandals. There's getting holes in the sandals.
What? Horrible, but I mean, are you ready to talk? You ready to move on?
Yes.
Talk about your favorite part.
Dum da dum dum. Wait. Everyone thought it was a win. Because it wasn't. Looked like your boy, Kendrick Lamar, West Side's finest, has been cheating. They're throwing a flag on the play, co-host.
Why?
A stream botter has come forward as a whistleblower on Academic Stream claiming to have botted Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us song. Out of fear for his life, he has come forward to protect himself from being unalived after receiving threatening text message from anonymous thugs from Kendrick's crew. It says, ain't no way Kendrick used the same kid that did the bots for Neon streams on his own song. The underage botter,
that's what he got a Neon picture here?
Yeah, because they said, you know how everyone's like, how does Neon get so many views? Like, he's live and has like 800,000 people watching him live. It's a lot of it is bots. And it said the underage botter. So this kid who is a botter, these kids are crazy, man. He's underage and already learning botting. These kids come out the womb with the tablet. The underage botter who is being paid by Kendrick's team says Anthony Saleh, Kendrick's Lamar manager, made payment, which is documented on his Zelle. Because if you don't know, even if you change the name or whatever, it says like your government name on Zelle. So like it has been conferred by Academics via DM. So Academics was live on stream. This kid is getting, because I think he had said something online and it was like bubbling a little bit that, Kendrick Lamar had bots. And he started getting all these crazy messages where he thought his life was in danger. He didn't even stay at his house. He was living out of a hotel because he felt like someone was going to attack him. And he called in there, and Academics thought it was maybe someone trolling because, he's a big Drake fan. So they thought it might be someone, giving him false information. But this dude was able to prove it through his DMs and screenshots showing that he did receive Zelle payment, and the person that paid him was Kendrick Lamar's manager. So there ain't no way that you're beating the allegations, Kendrick. You were using bots, just like French Montana.
Nobody cares.
The whole thing was a lie.
Listen, man, y'all Drake stans need you to just take this L and just hold it.
No, it's fake.
Listen, no matter what.
It's a weaker run than the Boston Celtics.
Listen here, man. No matter what y'all say, every other day it's a new thing with this whole little beef situation. I seen that.
And his wife his fiance didn't wish him a happy Father's Day.
I seen that.
So who's the real bad father, Kendrick? And you want to talk of bringing the sound for the people? Why'd you have a white dude make your beats?
See, another thing they always saying, they say this whole bot situation, or they'll say, how do you feel oh, how can y'all say Kendrick Lamar won the whole beef when this one person Kendrick Lamar had all these songs already pre-recorded. He didn't answer any of the Drake comments that came in the song and the other songs.
Yeah, he never responded. He just threw his own shots.
He just threw his own shots. So all these songs were pre-recorded. So I mean, this wasn't a fair fight from the jump. This was like a premeditated situation. So hey, I count Kendrick Lamar as a winner. But listen, nobody cares.
Everyone was like, "Oh, he broke this record for streaming on Spotify. He broke this record on YouTube for quickest to this number or that number." And it turns out that it was all fake. And that's the thing that you got to wonder about now. I always wonder that with people that have labels, how much of their views is real.
All this is fake.
Because it came out, because like one of the people that was the bot farms for French Montana shared footage of them botting his YouTube video. What was the song? Unforgettable, getting that extra
over a billion streams.
Yeah, over 1 billion streams, and probably I don't know how many million were fake.
I'm telling you, man,
fake streams.
I'm telling you, the connections.
Man, this kid needs to hit us up. We won't touch.
We gotta get Sway Lee. Cause think about it.
We'll get you money. Start botting our videos up. You'll bot us to the top.
Think about who else videos always do a whole bunch of videos of millions of views. Post Malone. Sway Lee learned from Post Malone when they made that Spider-Man song, and now you know.
Well, I think Post Malone got definitely the big record.
Post Malone learned it from Taylor Swift.
From the big record labels behind him. What everyone learned from Taylor Swift and other people was giving the digital codes. No, like, oh, you buy a shirt, you get a free version of my album. It's like, I already have your album. I have Apple Music or Spotify. So it just counts as an album sale, even though it's a shirt, not a copy of the album.
Everybody's finding a way to beat the system. No matter what you do, they're finding a way. Because think about it. You saying, oh, yeah, this person bought all the Kendrick Lamar bots. I mean, use all these bots to get Kendrick Lamar numbers up, but nobody care about that. You turn on the radio, you know what song coming on? It's not like us. They got everybody got dances to this and everything.
I saw a comedian do it, and they put the song when it came out, and he's like, no. He's like, turn that shit off. And he's like, y'all already killed the song. He's like, y'all already killed it. He's like, I never want to hear that song again. He goes, this is a song of the summer. I already don't want to hear it. He's like, we need a different song for the summer.
I mean, they already got Do
you think that $1 Million Baby is also bot views?
Yeah, he is. Cause you know what's funny? He just dropped he still hasn't dropped a video for that one. That's a whole bunch of views.
And he dropped a new song.
He dropped a new song.
It's already going crazy.
It's already going crazy. The song is trash. It's already at 1 million views. It's only been out for like 3 days. Makes no sense.
You don't like those dance party vibes?
I don't know. I don't like it at all.
Don't like the mimosa vibes?
Mm-mm. But back to this. So with this whole Kendrick and Drake situation, I mean, they're saying Drake is coming out with a new album soon, so I'm pretty sure he's going to have some bars on there for Kendrick Lamar.
I don't understand these new age fans, man. It was like, 10 years ago, if it came out that you were like a affiliated rapper or street rapper, or you had a little bit of a hard edge, and you came out as a snitch, your career was cooked. I mean, finito. But now they're like, everyone's like, he didn't snitch on me, though.
Exactly, but 10 years like a bum. But 10 years ago, also they was like, oh, yeah, if you didn't write your own bars, you get exposed, end up your career's over with. But
this is how people like Neon get famous, because y'all don't let rules apply. Y'all don't allow gatekeeping. Still, when you killed the gatekeepers, you killed reality.
But you see what happened when you had the gatekeepers. You have the gatekeepers. Look at Diddy.
He wasn't gatekeeping. He was gate opening. He was opening that gate.
Horrible, but. Yeah, but I mean, you see all these record labels taking advantage of people. So, I mean, it's just this whole bot situation. I mean, ain't nobody gonna care in the long run. I just don't understand,
man. Like Kendrick's disses on Drake to me weren't really that bad. Mm-hmm. But like Drake saying that your dude got your girl pregnant and she don't even fuck with you, but she still fuck with him type shit. And it's people let that go. And then also you had that whole song where you were reminiscing on you getting touched on.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
If you were a snitch or you got your manhood taken, back in the day, your career was cooked. But then people were we gotta be supportive.
It's mental health. I mean, but at the same time,
what it is. It's a participation trophy era. When everyone started having new sports, and it'd be first and second place got the first and second place trophy. No one else got any trophies.
Uh-huh.
But then they started giving everyone ribbons. I don't care if you're 15th or 125th place, you get a ribbon.
True.
And that's what's wrong. That's where we ruined it.
I mean, but also they're going off.
We ruined ourselves.
Also, they're going off of hits. I mean, like it's really who drops the hit.
Well, if we go off of
who
hits,
drops the hits,
if we go off of hits, Drake got the hits.
I mean, not like the number of hits you did. Like who when you're beefing, who drops the diss beef hit? Who drops the diss beef hit first? And who's better? Because I mean, we had the back to back with Drake. McMill wasn't able to drop anything to beat that. Then you got this, not like us. I mean, Drake didn't have anything. If he had something, he would have put it on. He would have put it out. But I mean, he may be holding it for the album. I mean, we got to see.
I don't know. I actually liked
Family Ties,
Family Matters, way more than Not Like Us.
What?
But I've never been a Kendrick fan. I told
Not
you,
Like Us makes you want to crip walk. It makes everybody feel like they're from California.
But I ain't cripping.
Or blood walking, whatever you want to call it. It's making everybody want to dance.
Bowling.
Everybody moving around. You see these kids. They got kids doing TikTok videos to the
So
Like
they're
Us.
all the only reason that OT Genesis has a career.
Hard, but you know,
Kendrick saved OT's career again.
You know, also it's funny. Drake did talk about how, baby. Drake did talk about how Baby Keem is writing Kendrick Lamar raps, and also what came out is funny is a Baby Keem song came out and there was a reference track and it was Kendrick Lamar rapping the Baby Keem song, and Baby Keem used it, but everybody's like, oh no, you gotta let that slide because Kendrick Lamar was just trying to help Keem get into the rap game, so of course he gonna help out his cousin. And I'm like, wow. So Drake was saying like, oh yeah, Baby Keem helped writing Kendrick the verse, so I'm pretty sure if Kendrick is helping Keem, Keem is helping Kendrick. That's how it always goes.
Yeah.
That's how it always goes. But I mean, with this whole rap game, I always said it like this. These click. If you realize, if you listen to these rappers' clicks that they sign, listen to all the rappers that they sign and they click. Each one of these rappers is a different style than the main rapper. Like listen to Young Thug. You listen to Young Thug, then listen to Got It. Then listen to Got It. Then listen to the other one. Then listen to Gunna. Then from Gunna, then also you go to Lil Baby.
Hood Rich Popular One.
Not Hood Rich Popular One. Then you go to Baby and Rollo. Then you have Rollo. Then it's always somebody still in another version of that person's stuff. Like I'm still Young Thug singing voices.
Shout out Wife and Lucci for remaining solid.
He is on the one that kept it real. But comment down below how you feel.
Kendrick a phony jabroni?
Nah.
Now that we found out that he has reference tracks,
Drake
he has bot views. He be faking. He ain't Mr. Real.
This just shows you that Big Sean is the number one best rapper in the game. He ain't duck no phase like J. Cole. He ain't got no bots like Kendrick Lamar. He ain't not writing his raps like Drake. Which some people saying
Big Sean ain't been good in years.
What? He found love. That was the only thing. My dog found love. He in love with Janae Aiko. He ain't out here,
She ruined his career.
People say that too. But we ain't gonna go into that. But speaking of ruining, man, the government is trying to ruin our kids' lives, man. They trying to take all the kids 18 and 26. They trying to draft them to the military.
We made it, co-host.
Making it a requirement. So if you didn't know, I mean, people not signing up for the military, the Air Force, or they're not, or the National Guard, or anything anymore. I mean, looks like here they're saying the Army's down 23%, Navy's down 20%, Air Force is down 10%, and National Guard, you don't even want to talk about that. Nobody's signing up. Everybody's over here. I mean, they want to be YouTubers. They want to be food critics.
Hey,
they want to be everything else but save the country.
Why would I dodge bullets when I can make TikToks? And what's funny is they're drafting people 18 to 26, so me and my co-host don't have to worry about that, especially my co-host.
Harv, you hater.
But it's like the kids that are 18, 26, if they get drafted and send them over, they're just going to be cannon fodder, man. I don't know what they're going to do.
True.
Do you think you got any Rambos coming from the 18, 26-year-olds in the United States?
You have a couple of them. I mean, everybody else going to be scared to talk about, my mental health. I can't do this. They're going
to blame their mental health so they can't who the one that brought mental health to the NBA? Was it Kevin Love or was it Blake Griffin? Both.
They brought this whole mental health stuff to the NBA. Now everybody's all mental health positive, and Ben Simmons and all this other stuff. But back to what we were saying. So with this whole draft situation, looks like here the House of Representatives is trying to pass a law that's going to make this mandatory for men 18 to 26 to join the military, and also if you don't join, they're gonna mark this as a felony, so they're gonna be looking for you. So I mean, I'm guessing if you're basically they're saying if you like 16, 17, 15, as soon as you hit 18, it's gonna automatically put you in the draft. But if you are already like 20, 21, 22, then once this law passes, you have to like make your way to the office and sign up. This was basically looking like, because how's gonna give everybody a felony? Unless you
should. They'll probably do it when you like vote or something, get your taxes. You gotta like, when you do that, they'll be like, here's this form. So
True.
also remind you that you got to sign up for the draft.
True, and also with all the immigrants that's coming over to the United States, they're talking about, well, they should make this something that they can do to basically speed up the way to make them basically U.S. citizens, but you have to do a lot of vetting. Because, I mean, it'd be kind of crazy. I mean, that's a great tactical plan. Like, oh, yeah, we should send you to America. You know, we can
become a soldier and then tell us all their intel.
Exactly. Tell us all their intel and tell us all the weaponry and everything. So, I mean, we don't want that to happen. So, I mean.
You make them cooks.
It's going to be some vetting going in. It's gonna pretty much, yeah. It's going to be a lot of vetting going into that, seeing, like, who we can let in. But, I mean, that does sound like a great idea.
That's actually already a way.
What?
For people to become a citizen quicker.
Join the military?
Yeah. Because there's like some people from like, you know, like Norway or Sweden, or I don't think it's for all countries they allow this. It's certain places they allow you to, like where we have an embassy, like you could go and join the United States military and be like, oh, if you're in the military for so long, then they'll give you your U.S. citizenship and you can, you know, either do the military until you retire, do you put in your 20 years, or put in like, I don't know what it is, like a guaranteed 5 or 10, and then you can quit if you want to and do something else.
True, and then a lot of people are saying like this may not pass the Senate because they're saying that they may want to tweak this bill a little bit more, want to add women into it because like
equal rights, right?
I mean, hey, you know, equal rights. They're trying to make women, like men are going to be automatically signed up for the draft, but women, they want to make women, you're going to have to be required to sign up. But I mean, even if they did that, they'd be men first, women second, which I mean, I basically understand, but we got Cardi B.
Why? It's supposed to be equal.
True that. But at the same time, imagine we seen everybody overseas and the bomb happened. We're going to need somebody here to replenish the earth. Who gonna be making the new babies for the new people? Our new soldiers.
I'll volunteer to help them make the babies. They need donors. I'll donate.
You can bet at that man that has like 196 babies.
I'll do it.
From the sperm bank.
I'll bring our population back.
Speaking of bringing back, man, we got Cardi B saying, man, you better not put these TikTokers over there overseas.
So I just read an article saying that the House just passed a bill that they're going to automatically register men from 18 to 26 for war. Okay? And all I want to say is to America, good luck with that. These new little niggas are TikTokers, baby. These motherfuckers ain't going to fight no war. We going to die. You going to die. You might as well just keep motherfucking investing money in your guns. Because these new kids, you want to send these new kids to fight these wars? The TikTok fucking hip shakers? Out of your mind. This is a new America, baby. This ain't the 19 motherfucking. Nah, like seriously, you gonna draft these kids that be TikToking all day to fight them? What? Most likely what? Them Russians? Them motherfuckers that be fighting bears and shit, and motherfucking climbing mountains to go to school and whatever.
She said we're gonna get cooked.
We are.
We'll have to make an exception.
I mean,
please allow one old man.
I mean, I really think like
drafted.
If I really had to get into it and think about all the other places, like I really feel like United States, America, we spoiled. Like when it comes to rules, laws, and we think about it. In China, they don't even use guns in China. If they want to take you out the game, they walking up on you with a knife. You know what kind of skills you gotta have to use a knife. You gotta you can't be a sniper. There's no I'm a sniper shooter. Like they ain't got snipers in China.
Just like England, you get poked out.
Exactly. You hit your blood here. But nah,
hit it in the what?
In your blood here.
In your blood here.
Nah, but this bill also won't get passed because they're saying like this bill won't also pass because they're saying like a lot of people we're trying to put more money into mental health. put more money
I think
into
we
the
put too much money into mental health.
put more
We
money
need to
into
take some away.
LGBT and everything, and
I told you, Coast, we're not giving you any more money.
now they're giving it all the overseas.
Oh, they're trying to save the. What is it? Who's Russia fighting?
Was it Palestinians? I forgot. I get every time,
No.
Every time I turn around, it's all I always see like war. I see war. I see some fighting stuff. I don't even know what's, and they be like, my algorithm be bringing up a whole bunch of old stuff, and then on top of that, blog sites be showing like things from like 2020 and things like that, making it seem like it's new. So I don't know who was it fighting. Look it up.
Hold on. I know it's not the Palestinians.
Look it up. See what it is. But
oh, it's Ukraine. Yeah, that's right, Ukraine.
That was close.
No, it's not close.
Think I'm coming down. You were not close at all.
Hold on. I got him, guys. I got him. Thank you. And
emotional damage.
That's what you just caused.
But if they do this whole draft thing, how do you think pay should work? Should it be the people that get signed up first get paid so much money? Also, like skills and intelligence, like we're just scoring your ASVAB test and
exactly. If you score good on the ASVAB, you get a higher, better job, and the higher job pays more than a lower job, just like normal. Which is crazy because you didn't volunteer for it, and then you volunteer and you're like F this, and you piss off the test, and then you're like, oh, I got like a 12. They're making me a grunt.
And they're making you a kitchen.
they're making me
kitchen bitch.
They're making you a ditch digger.
And they make you work in the kitchen, making you work in the child room, serving being a cafeteria lady.
Hey, but at least you're out the line of fire.
No, you still go. You still go.
Unless you're on a boat.
Oh Lord.
And then you're always in the line of fire.
But think about this: you have the military that's low. You have Air Force low. You have Marines.
We're building
National
robots,
Guards.
man. We don't need people. We're having robots and drones.
You see, also the police station. Police stations say they need people. They need people real bad.
Well, that's because like, who wants to be a cop right now? Everyone hates the cops.
Nobody. I mean, nobody.
Like, it was like back in the day. Like if you were a cop, like it was almost like being a firefighter. Like you were a person that wore a uniform, and like everyone should like show you respect. And then it's like nowadays, it's like, oh, your person's a cop. That dude's your cousin's a cop. I'm pretty sure he's a douche.
He's pretty sure he's a bad person. He locks up innocent people.
Exactly.
True.
Because unfortunately, it seems like a lot of people that become cops, they have like power problems.
Yeah,
like unfortunately, like they were either like picked on in high school and they joined the cops out of that, or maybe they were in the military and maybe like the other military dudes picked on them and they get out of the military, they become cops and they're like, I got all the power in the world with this badge.
What I do see is I see a lot of people that become cops. Like you be like, how the hell you became a cop? You may be out fat as hell and out of shape. Like how you supposed to catch me? You shouldn't even pass the test, but I mean, it is what it is.
Allegedly, back in the day, I used to run from the cops a lot, and it was funny when they were out of shape, especially because like I was like middle school, high school age, so of course I was in super shape, and they could never catch me.
Jumping fences, squeezing
I'll
between
be
bars.
like, who are y'all gonna stop? Who are y'all catching? And why are you chasing children skateboarding rather than stopping real criminals?
Make
it's
sense.
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. This whole thing is ridiculous. But we gonna keep
skateboarding's bad, but we're just gonna let these murders go. Idiots.
Idiots. But I mean, comment down below how you feel about this whole draft situation. Do you feel like it's not gonna pass, or you feel like we need people to protect our country?
18 to 30. And men and women, make it a 60-40, because we'll give you like, okay, we probably do need more men than women, but we want equality, so give it 60% men, 40% women, and have it 18 to 30. And you know what they should do, since we're all like out of the age limit now?
What?
They should make every person, once they graduate high school, have to do 3 years of service. After 18, maybe people would revolt too much. At least 2 years. They do that in other countries, like in Greece and stuff.
Like with China, with BTS and them, they're making them do it.
Yeah. Well, wait, BTS is Korea. I think you have to be in the Korean military. Yeah. So I mean, I guess
making you do it.
I guess if every one of your citizens was in the military for even a minimum of 2 years, it makes you respect your country more.
Brittany Griner.
Oh, she was not in the military, and she would never be in the military.
And she hates the United States.
She hates the United States.
Exactly.
and we had to give up the demon of weapons to get her back.
Who's the dude that kneeled? What's his name? That kneeled? The football dude.
Who?
The football dude that kneeled. That took a knee. He played for the 49ers.
Oh, Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick.
What about him?
Also, make him join the military. You know, make him respect
Sing
America.
Colin Kaepernick.
Make him respect America.
But everyone 18 to 30 and Colin Kaepernick.
And Brittany Griner.
Colin Kaepernick and Brittany Griner. You are on the front lines, you assholes.
Oh, I heard people saying they should make people that are in prison that has
Well, they're gonna shoot their way to freedom. What are you talking?
You're
gonna give them a gun in 5 seconds. They're gonna shooting all their comrades.
No, I mean, the people that have like non-violent crimes, the non-violent criminals. You know that has.
Yeah, give any criminal a gun. That's a good thing.
yeah, tax fraud.
They should give them swords and make them be frontline. Human shield.
Disrespectful. Nah, but coming down below, how you feel about this whole situation with the draft? Do you feel like they shouldn't pass
would
this?
Be on the front lines.
Diddy too old.
But he's a convict. He's locked up. They won't let him out.
He still ain't been in court yet. He's still innocent. He talk about Donald Trump.
Could you imagine if we're like, all right, Russia, keep on playing. We're gonna drop off the diddler on your front lawn. We're gonna airdrop the diddler.
Dang, with that.
Do you think Putin would reconsider?
Definitely.
If we're gonna airdrop the diddler in his backyard?
Of course, I can see that happening. I can see that.
It's the
happening.
ultimate weapon.
Speaking of ultimate weapon here, we got the ultimate weapon. OnlyFans.
Oh, is that what you call it?
Nah.
My co-host is subscribed. He was saying that former Bernie Mac show star Camilla Wimbush says that she does OnlyFans because it's a safe way for her to make money due to decrease in her residual checks. You can't count on any job to last.
Fact.
So she was saying that she doesn't understand the comments of people saying, "Oh, those Bernie Mac checks must have dried up," and she's like, "No, duh, I did that job like 15 years ago."
Yeah, and then we got a video right here, her basically talking about the situation. Then we're gonna come back and let you know some more details, and also what other celebrities just made an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Oh, those Bernie Mac checks must have dried up, or like from a job 20 years ago when I was a 12-year-old. Yeah, like duh.
Because we think the residuals are still coming through though.
I mean, they do, but
it's not.
I wasn't. Listen, if I was on Friends making $1 million an episode, yes, those residual checks would still be very nice. But as time goes on, they get smaller and smaller every year. You're not making the same amount that you were when the show was current per episode.
Right.
So, as someone who was just a kid, don't get me wrong, still making good money,
mm-hmm.
but 20 years later, those checks are not sustainable for a living. With the industry being as fickle as it is, you can't count on any job to last or even to book a job. So over the years, I have done regular 9-to-5s.
Oh, wow.
I owned an ice cream shop for 3 years when I was a teenager.
Wow.
And I funded that with my own money. I taught gymnastics to kids where I was making like $11, $12 an hour. So I've done that.
Wow.
But if I can find a way to make enough to buy a home from the comfort and safety of my own living room, why wouldn't I do that?
Exactly. Why wouldn't she do that, man? But if you didn't know, Camilla Wimbush, she was on the Bernie Mac show from 2001 to 2006. Then she went to she did The Bachelor Lion 2018.
She was on The Bachelor?
The Bachelor Lions 2018. I don't know, some TV show. Also Mona in 2019. But I mean, she's saying like, you know, the reason why you haven't really seen her in Hollywood that much is because she's been doing this since she was 10 years old. So people get tired. She she wanted to live life a little bit like that. But with Hollywood, that's the thing. It's about what have you done for me lately, and if you haven't done anything recent for me that was good, they tend to push you more and more to the back, and that's what happened. I mean, she got pushed to the back and got pushed to the back, and to the point where like she has to make her OnlyFriends account now. And I mean, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's not what you're thinking. Like she ain't on there busting it wide open and everything. Trust me,
my
man.
co-host check.
I checked, man. She has a free. Her thing is free on there. And I mean, she's really not doing anything. She's taking pictures and like, I mean, honestly, you can go on Instagram. And see people showing a lot more
pictures
than what she's showing on her page.
Swimsuit pictures.
Yeah, she's basically taking swimsuit pictures of her in the thongs every now and then. Then she's like making captions.
Yeah.
She's making posts, asking questions like, "Oh, do men really only think about sex? And what's other things that men think about on first dates?"
But how's she making money if it's free?
Because I mean, with that, she's selling on some of the posts. She'll say like, "Oh, write me in my inbox," and I'm selling underwear. I'm selling lingerie. I'm selling pre-worn lingerie. That's gonna sell. Also, she's selling like.
Hey, co-host.
What?
Thanks for that soundbite.
Horrible.
It's gonna be a button on the soundboard.
Disgusting. Also, she's selling clothes. She's also selling pictures. I mean, like you'll see a couple of pictures, but if you see some extra pictures of her, it's like $9-10. She gonna pay for that. So I mean, it's gonna be booming. I mean, it made me go and sign up. What?
For the extra, not the free.
Nah, I ain't never signed up for the extra stuff. Nah, like she said, I'd rather go on Twitter for that. Twitter's way better than what she going.
Twitter's making it legal now.
She's basically doing exactly what all these other celebrities doing, like Ruby Rose and Cardi B. How they say, "Oh, I got an OnlyFriends account." You go on it, it's feet pictures, or it's like, "Oh, it's just them."
You're not
like,
a man of feet.
I'm not a foot person. Or like her getting her makeup and glam done, and her going to the pool. It'd be like some finessing type stuff. It's not what people want to see. What we really want to see out there. Exactly. But I mean, hey, if you didn't know, I mean, if you want to sign up for it, it is free. Her thing is free. But I mean, also, man, they got baby girl. I seen Didi baby girl. The girl.
Oh, she on there too.
She on there too. Her thing $12.99. They got the boy.
So she's doing all the detail.
They got Jeremy, the son that was on there. He ain't doing no OnlyFriends accounts, but I mean he was working in the coffee shop. I mean he is living the regular life now.
A coffee shop or a cell phone store?
I mean it was a cell phone store. I think Miles from the Moesha shows on the other place. But I mean, this is what Hollywood.
Go get your new iPhone.
This is the
12,
thing that Hollywood 15, people do.
16.
Like that's one of the biggest things they always talk about. They're scared of it. Oh, when I'm out the limelight, I gotta get a regular job. Like it's hard to get used to. Everybody's always walking up to you saying, "Hey, if you weren't you in Hollywood no more, or if I was in your shoes, I'd be doing this, I'd be doing that." So they get tired of hearing that.
Yeah.
You seen Cole from Martin? He was working at a car dealership, but. I mean, my question is...
You saw what happened to Orlando Brown, man. How crazy he went off of. Trying to live a normal life after being a child star made him go crazy.
Basically, yeah, he's going crazy every day. But, I mean, think about it. It's really hard out here. I mean, she could... Would y'all feel better if she was she was on, like, P-Valley or on one of them other shows where, like, she's basically walking around naked?
Oh, she was saying, like, oh, I can't do, like, swimsuit pics and sell it. But if I'm like on a TV show or a movie, playing a scripper, that no one would bat an eye.
Basically, I mean, because
it's acting. But she's like, I look at it as acting whenever I'm doing these photos and stuff. Like I just take a couple sexy pictures, let it go, and I'm making money. So I don't know. I think it's props to her. She said that she didn't really ever like working for anybody. So anything that she did, she was her own boss. Apparently, she owned her own ice cream shop that she owned and funded by herself, and did that for a handful of years. And then when she saw that wasn't really lucrative anymore, she switched it up. And apparently, people want to see what she looked like because she's making some money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like I said before, man, go check it out if you want to. But
go see it,
Bernie Mac, I I know Bernie Mac is out here rolling over in his grave. If he was alive right now,
come on,
this wouldn't happen. I mean, he didn't allow none of this type of stuff. I mean, he always kept him in check.
He would have spanked both his kids, or all of his kids, all three.
He wouldn't even let like the producers that's working the Bernie Mac show even do anything strange around them. So I mean, he
watched out for him.
Yeah, he always watch out for him. Like this, like the next topic we're gonna talk about, ain't nobody watching out for them. But yeah, comment down below how you feel about this whole situation. Do you feel like she's an adult now? I mean, adult do adult things. It's hard out here. The economy's bad. You gotta make your money somehow. At least she's not really on the pole, and she's doing it from the comfort of her own home and her own living room.
Do you look at someone differently if like they have a subscription, account, and it's like there's some girls that are doing everything on there. If she's really literally doing like, lingerie? Like swimsuit or lingerie level, which is actually you see on Instagram and way worse on X.
No, I wouldn't.
You know that like you would count them as being like
nah,
an S worker.
I wouldn't do it, but I know it's just a perception. Like it's like I wouldn't care about it. If you're on that
site, that's what they're gonna label you.
Yeah, if you're on that site, that's what they just gonna label you as that. There's no way around it. You can show them what you're doing, and you can be making pancakes.
Well, what's crazy is that site was originally supposed to be just for like extra content.
Exactly.
Like almost like a Patreon. Mm-hmm. Shout out our Patreon, Crib Reactions. Subscribe if you want content not available on YouTube. Check out our Patreon on Crib Reactions. Patreon/Crib Reactions. But yeah, man, I feel bad for her. Times is tough, and she's trying to make her way. So if she wants to use her celebrity to get her, bring her old fans to check out her bikini lingerie pics.
Hey,
go get it, baby girl.
Go ahead. But moving on here, man.
And baby girl are doing it. The real baby girl.
Exactly. This is her baby girl's title on her page says "Baby girl growing up now," and I was like, damn,
it's way better than yours.
Pause.
Throw goat.
Moving on. Speaking of the goat, man. Looks like everybody's favorite Ariana Grande has it looks like everybody's favorite Ariana Grande has went on a podcast, and she was talking about her life is basically a child star. Ever since this whole Quiet on the Set is coming out, Drake Bell has came out, talked about Brian Peck in that situation, disgusting. Kel Mitchell's coming out, has been talking about Dan Schneider.
Who loves orange soda?
Kel loves orange soda. He's been coming out talking about Dan Schneider, how Dan Schneider was mean to him. But we got Ariana Grande here. We're gonna let her talk to you, let you know how she's feeling. Then we're gonna come back, let you know some more situations that's going on with this whole Quiet on the Set stuff, and some more stars that's been touched.
Obviously, my relationship to it has and is currently and has been changing, and I'm reprocessing a lot of what the experience was like. I think that the environment needs to be made safer if kids are going to be acting, and I think there should be therapists. I think there should be parents allowed to be wherever they want to be, and I think not only on kids' sets. I think if anyone wants to do this or music or anything at the level of exposure that it means to be on TV or to do music with a major label or whatever, there should be in the contract something about therapy is mandatory twice a week or thrice a week or something like that. And I was actually talking to Max Martin about this the other day, because he was always such an amazing person to talk to about the stressful parts of what I was experiencing. And he was just amazing. But a lot of people don't have the support that they need to get through performing at that level at such a young age, but also dealing with some of the things that the survivors who've come forward, and there's not a word for how devastating that is to hear about. And so I think the environment just needs to be made a lot safer all around.
Exactly. It needs to be made a lot safer all around. I mean, after doing research on this, it was just disgusting. Finding out about Dan Schneider, I mean, he needs to be put in prison. Also finding out like on iCarly had a real website like iCarly.com, and also they had called theslap.com where like a lot of the uncut things were put on that site from the Nickelodeon TV show, like edit scenes that didn't make the actual episodes or videos that didn't make the actual episodes, and like that the whole website didn't get taken down until 2018. I mean, it's just sick how these people just prey on these kids, and I would have never thought that it was just so easy, especially like on Nickelodeon, how they had more than one or two people on the set doing these to kids, and
They already had a history of being inappropriate.
exactly, they already had a history of being inappropriate. And like as soon as one gets fired, they didn't care to turn a blind eye, hide another one. They found ways to bend the rules and say, "Oh well, it says here that you can't work in front of the kids, but we can have you working as like you're the talking couch." It's just a lot of weird things going on, or like how they had Ariana Grande squeezing a pickle or pouring water on her, or pouring water on her face.
She was, sorry, squeezing a pickle sounds way worse. They were having her like squeeze a potato.
She was with a pickle too.
Yeah. Oh my God, they're terrible. But they had her squeezing foods, and it's like, why would they ever do that? They had her showing feet, sucking her own toes. Just doing stuff that would be, pretty inappropriate, that people actually pay people that have OnlyFriends accounts to do that type of stuff.
True,
that you were having a kid do this stuff like years before.
True, but I mean, yeah, true that. But at the same time, I wasn't really thinking about that because
I
was a
being
kid.
Goofy.
Yeah, I thought it was being just goofy kid because I was a kid at the time watching it. I mean, because you think about it now.
You were a grown man watching.
No, but think about it now. Like we grown, and you know how they show like the Disney stuff, like all the things you didn't see in Disney movies. That was like really perverted, provocative. That if you like the Lion King, like when he laid down in the leaves passed by, it spelled out the word sex. There was like a couple other things that they were showing, like the Disney Channel was doing.
Oh, like the Little Mermaid, like the tower looked like a schlongy.
Exactly, or the tower, the tower and the Little Mermaid. So it's always like little small things that they was doing, or like in A Smart Guy.
Well, what's funny, even if you watch like some like Pixar movies, like Toy Story, even some like that they do have like a handful of jokes that are like kind of for the adults that'll probably like go over the kid's head.
True that, but do you think that's just them being witty, trying to be?
No,
witty,
this is them being weird. They had a whole
weird?
documentary on it of them being weird. And it's crazy because, like, I know that she was, like, a child star, Ariana Grande, and, that she was around that, or maybe even, unfortunately, was a part of some of the weird stuff. But I don't really remember her being on Disney Channel. I don't know if I was too old.
No, she was on Victorious, and it was Nickelodeon.
Was that Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. She was a Nick kid. Yeah. I think I was way done watching Nickelodeon, like, I was done watching Nickelodeon at like the end of elementary. Like I watched Disney Channel probably up until like maybe my second year in high school, and then after that I was done. So yeah, I'd been done with Nickelodeon, so I really didn't see any of the older Nickelodeon shows. I barely caught Sweet Life with Zach and Cody on Disney.
That was
like
a good
honestly,
show.
like I was when that show came out, I was already felt like I was too old for that.
I do know one of the dudes on Zach, one of the brothers is like kind of messed up. Not messed up like mentally ill, but he trying to stay away from Hollywood because it's just too much for him. But I mean, Hollywood will do something to you. Does I mean look at Marlon Williams? He over there posting in them rainbow color photos, even though he's doing it for his son.
Hollywood definitely is known for
transforming.
If you're an actor, you're gonna get
They're gonna whatever sales they're gonna have you doing. If you putting you in a dress,
you're gonna be in some bad situations. I don't care if you're a boy or a girl. If you're Hollywood and you're an actor, you're gonna have to sell that soul a little bit, if you know what I'm saying.
Horrible.
You gotta earn your keep.
Disrespectful. But comment down below how you feel about this whole situation. Do you feel like there's gonna be more people coming out later on? I mean, like I said earlier, Kel Mitchell coming out talking about Dan Schneider treating them wrong. Ariana Grande finally speaking on it. We heard
Shout out
Drake.
Kel. He's way funnier
Drake
than
Bell. He is. But I mean, who else? We don't know who else is gonna come out. I mean, maybe Leonardo DiCaprio. But moving on, moving on here, man. We got Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider
saying Will Smith is an a-hole, and he's lying about his whole basically not appearance. His whole
thing is a facade.
His whole personality is a facade. He's really an asshole, especially when he slapped Chris Rock. That was a real Will Smith right there. And as soon as I seen this video, I automatically knew he was selling something. So if you didn't know me, he's selling a book. You can do it. You can do it, which is basically a book about his whole childhood, him growing up in San Francisco, him with his mixed parents. Also, he also has a movie that just came out that
looks
that me
terrible.
and my co-host just.
We watched the trailer and I literally said straight to VHS.
You a hater.
And we went down to the comment section and the first comment said straight to VHS and had the most likes. So I said that without knowing. So yeah, they could tell what it was. They're like, how do you make a movie in 2024 that looks like an 80s movie?
Sure. I mean,
it really did. It looked like an 80s and 90s movie, man.
It really did, but I mean, the movie it looked like it was mainly. In the movie, it looked like it was mainly on Rob Schneider. He was the main role, so I mean, you already
It's
know how
hard
that's
to
gonna
take
go.
him like serious playing like, was it like a lawyer? He
Yeah.
was like a lawyer for the mob. It's like this dude plays like funny goofball movies. Like he was a movie where he took over that girl's body.
Yeah, I remember that was a good movie. But I mean, his book's coming out in September the 24th. We got a video of him basically talking about Will Smith. How you wanna
It's a publicity stunt.
Will Smith is a twat.
Oh,
And
I
he's-
like it.
Will Smith has been hiding the fact of who he really is, and it was exposed that night. That he's really an asshole. But I wasn't allowed to say anything at that time because we were part of the committee that was supposed to punish him.
And how do you punish
Wow,
him?
wow, wait. Just back up a second. Hang on.
I wanna know what
Will
the punishment
Smith is like, for me, when I met him, right, I always say.
Like the nicest,
yes,
most wonderful. He's a
yeah.
liar. Complete, utter fraud. Will is a douchebag, and that's something that you can't. The thing is, that's how politically correct the Academy is.
Right.
That they were so cowardly. Because if I would have done that, they would have been hauled out to prison. But because they were so worried about being, racist. Violence is what it is, and what the color of your skin or your religion doesn't matter.
Sure.
If you commit a crime in front of other people, you get hauled out of there.
Yeah, but didn't you also sort of think, he's standing up for his missus? You didn't like that?
It doesn't matter. You can't hit another dude.
Get another dude. So I mean, so he said even though Chris Rock went up there and started talking about Jada Pinkett, and allegedly, Will warned him about that. That don't mean nothing.
When did he warn him?
He said they comedians. They live in Hollywood. I'm pretty sure they talked in the past.
He told Jada Pinkett, "You calm down, you little G.I. Jane."
I mean, that's what happens when you live in open relationships. She was
Keep my wife's name.
But that's crazy. I mean, he's using this as a whole publicity.
But he is like best friends with Chris Rock. They've done a bunch of movies together. Did you say they did like 17 movies together?
Like 27. It's like he did like 27 movies with Adam Sandler. I mean, like and all the grown up movies.
Well, Chris Rock was in the Grown Ups. Both of them were.
They both were in the Grown Ups. So I mean,
they need to make another one.
I don't think Chris Rock was in what's it called Daddy. When he was the dad and he ended up adopting a little boy. Adam Sandler.
Oh, what's it, Daddy? Big Daddy.
I think he had Big Daddy. Yeah, Big Daddy.
Yeah, he was in. Rob Schneider was in it.
Yeah, he was. Rob Schneider was in that. So I mean,
he was the delivery dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he's all hip hop anonymous. Oh, you give him all the easy ones. He was like the pizza delivery dude, and they like test him on his English.
Yeah, that was funny. But I mean, with this, so I don't really buy the whole Will Smith thing. I think honestly, I feel like he don't like Will Smith, but at the same time, I really don't feel like if he seen Will Smith in the streets, that he fight him. Or like if he seen Will Smith,
he ain't gonna fight him.
Yeah,
it's Rob Schneider.
Well, I mean, if he seen him in the streets, he keep it cordial. He talk to him. He ain't gonna he ain't gonna stand on business.
He's gonna be like, hey, Will Smith, you're a jerk off. You slapped my friend, and I don't respect you. And you can read it all in his new book.
Pretty much. And I mean, hey, but comment down below how you feel about this whole situation. Do you feel like Rob Schneider is just basically using Will Smith for his publicity because nobody really watches Rob Schneider's stuff? And just like my co-host just said, the movie he just made is going straight to VHS. Nobody really gonna care about it. I mean, he didn't really say much besides the fact that Will Smith is a mean person. He really didn't go into detail about anything else about it. But moving on here, anything else you got to say about that?
Rob Schneider
is a jerk off. Also, you already know, man.
Speaking of another jerk off, we got Kodak Black response to allegations by Steve Will Do It. Have you seen me doing any drugs? I will knock your drunk arse out. Basically accused Kodak Black of stealing his Rolex and that he is in fact on drugs. And he says he's 100% on drugs. The guy smokes meth. Do rappers make money? Kodak Black just tried to rob me for my Richard Mille. Is every rapper broke?
Yes, every rapper is broke. Steve Will Do It. Almost every rapper is broke. But I mean, we got Kodak Black responding back to Steve Will Do It, saying, "Man,
do we need a translator?"
Nah, we don't need a translator.
You do speak Floridian, right?
Yes.
You are a Florida native. Psych. Hold on, let me bring it back.
It's yours.
Hold on, man.
Yeah, it's all yours. Free to you.
This is a nice little beat. Nigga say I tried to rob him for his fucking Richard Mille. Kodak is Kodak would say Kodak is on nothing. Da, 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 da. Sir, why are you being prejudiced, sir? Have you saw me do any drugs? Did you see me do a meth anything? Did you see me do anything? Why you being prejudiced? I saw you getting drunk. You told everybody. Why the fuck you talking about then you made a tweet to the whole world. Like, I wasn't finna get on the internet and say, oh, Steve Will Do is a bitch. Steve Will Do is a fuck nigga. And I told you to your face. And I threw your shit on the floor, fuck nigga, to your face. I don't give a fuck about none of them muscles, none of that big ass, that tight ass suit you was wearing yesterday. Fuck nigga, I told you to your fucking face, bitch. Ooh. Fuck man, you like, that shit be crazy, bro. That shit be real, bro. This nigga try to get on the internet and try to embarrass him. Nigga knock your drunk ass out, homie. Facts. Fuck.
Ooh, I got a full video of Kodak Black trying to run off with my Richard Mille. Rappers are sick individuals. I won't be associating myself with rappers unless I confirm they aren't brokies.
We'll post a full video Tuesday or Wednesday.
We gonna see. I mean, we gonna see you post a video. I mean, we gonna see. Hope so. But I mean, it's not the first time that Steve Will Do has been robbed. I mean, he's been robbed by hotels, by the Hilton hotels. He's been robbed in Brazil. 6ix9ine robbed him. So I mean, he looking like a real easy lick. But I mean, Kodak did admit that Steve Will Do is a drunk. I mean, every time you do turn around, he is drunk as hell. I mean, he is always passing out money.
That's his image with the Nelk Boys. Remember when before he got banned on YouTube, we used to watch his videos all the time?
True.
And that's all he would do is get freaking hammered and gamble.
I mean, I used to get a lot of views. I mean, I can see why people are always trying to rob him.
You got to support us. You got to give us super things so we can get hammered all the time and gamble.
True.
That's what the viewers want.
True that. And then with him, I mean, hey, if you over there being drunk all the time and you looking like an easy lick, somebody gonna rob you.
Yeah, it's like, why don't you have better security, man? If you're passing out all the time, why didn't you have some security watch your back or stuff?
Exactly, and the fact that he over there lose and stuff, when he went to the hotel, I think the Hilton Hotel, like they stole like his girl ring and a watch, and like he turned around and made another video the same day and said, "Oh, you broke. I just bought another one. I don't even care about that. Money is easy to come by and all that stuff." And I mean, that's why people coming at you, because I mean, you moving real funny. You loose with the money. You gotta.
It's funny that that's like the biggest cop out ever. Like if you're losing or take an L and you go like straight to money.
True. I mean, and to say,
yeah, I took an L, but y'all broke and y'all haters. I'm living rich.
Exactly, and then talking about Kodak Black. I mean, with him, I mean him being on meth, I really wouldn't be surprised if he was. I mean, he is losing a lot of weight. And on top of that, he do be smoking dirties, and he be saying in his raps, he's like he want that what's that pill called?
You want Molly water? No,
not no Molly water.
He's not Tatum.
Like Super Gremlin song. I forgot it.
Who's saying this? I don't care if it's Well, he said he still eat a fentanyl, right?
Yeah,
something like that.
So
I'd be forgetting. I'm not a Kodak stan, but. Hopefully they work this out. I thought they were friends. I don't know why this happened.
He bought him a whole car. We saw the whole video.
It was a misunderstanding and they worked this out. But Kodak Black definitely seems like he be off his rocker sometimes. So comment down below. Was Kodak Black? Kodak Black off the rock?
Off the rock. Yeah, comment down.
Or was this a misunderstanding?
Comment down below. Was Kodak Black off the drugs, or was this just a misunderstanding? But you already know. Moving on. It's look like we're coming down to the end of the show.
It's no, Coast. If you don't know, it's the music section of the show. Before you get uppercutted, I'm gonna have to do you like Tank did Frank.
Oh Lord.
You better watch out. But we got new music. We're gonna break down our new music picks. What music picks we got? Shout out Gohan. Shout out the martial arts tournament.
Shout out TFTC mix number 5. You already know 42 videos. You know, I've been sneaking, adding videos on there when my codes wasn't paying attention. I love it.
I'll be serious. My coach has been adding some bogus picks. So if you're on music mix number 5 and you're like, who picked this dumb song? It's Jesse J.
Don't be a hater. But speaking of hating, man, ain't there really a lot of good music that came out this past week? I mean, Moneybagg Yo did drop. That was alright. Don Toliver dropped that tape was straight. Lucky, I heard Lucky Tape was straight. Suicide Boys, that was alright.
You know, Suicide Boys kind of got a cult following.
They do.
And it seems like they're
Chicken
getting more and more. It seems like what's that? They're kind of like white dudes that rap like Wi-Fi God.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it's kind of cool. Shout out if you know who Wi-Fi God is. But yeah, they seem like I've actually heard a couple of their songs. They're doing pretty good. What's that fool? The white dude down below on the right.
$1 Million Baby dude?
Yeah, what's his name?
Tommy something. Yeah, Tommy Richmond. That devil. Tommy Richmond. Yeah, Devil is a Lie.
Yeah, Tommy Richmond. Devil is a Lie. So let us know if you're listening to Tommy. He needs to drop a music video, man. He needs to stop. He's just putting songs on the internet and killing the algorithm. Let us know, is Tommy an industry plant?
He is an industry.
Is he for real, or is he an industry plant?
Exactly. And moving on to my pick, you already know, man. I picked Florida's own, man. Wiz having, fresh out the trenches, 18 tracks. Out of these 18 tracks, only like 3 of them.
And that was your pick?
Yeah.
This dude is trash.
I mean, because I had him. It was all right. I like 3 of them. 3 songs really go hard. I probably got let me see. Out of 3 that I love, it's probably like 7 to 8 of them I says, all right. But 3 I love. Out of the whole track. I mean, you got to listen to him. Listen to him. He is from Florida. I mean, C got a song with C Stunner.
But I don't know.
Bossman D-Lo.
Florida artists got a habit.
Of what?
Where's Real Boston Snitchy from?
Tallahassee. Oh, he's part of. He's with Real Boston Richie also.
Oh, Snitch Crew.
Snitch
Boys.
And
Snitch Boys in the building.
And Bossman D-Lo.
Boss man, I expected better from you.
You a hater.
Hanging out with all these snitches.
Whatever, but that's my pick. Make sure I go listen to that Wiz having. That's what I'm listening to this whole.
What's the best song or your 2 or 3 favorite? You said
number 7, new edition, Raw 49. That new edition. I bought any song with Bossman D-Lo is fire. And at number 18,
number 11,
4 a.m. at the coffee shop, fire. Oh, my Supergirl is fire.
Who's the Florida Avengers?
The Florida that's C Stunner, Bossman D-Lo, Lou Tyler, Lil
Tyler, and who's Lil Shimmy?
You don't know who Lil Shimmy is. He was singing.
I feel bad for you because he didn't make the Florida Avengers.
You didn't make this. You didn't make your person. Who you got? Let's see who you got. Who you pick?
What?
Your album of the week.
Texas Avengers. I don't know who would be on the.
No, Texas I mean who you picked on your album?
Oh no! You would be. Who would you be? Who's the one group that had a TV show that was one worse than the Avengers?
The Justice League.
Super Friends. You would be on the Super Friends.
You were disrespectful.
Not on the Avengers. But let's go ahead and jump into my pick. Chico Grande, Chico 2 times. We got Vaughn off 1700, off that 1700 block. Basically, it comes from the same block as Polo G.
I didn't even know. The whole
Chicago.
The whole time I was.
He BD. He friend with G Herbo.
And he hates Z Money, man. And I'm starting to like Z Money. Nah,
I don't even know who Z Money is.
You heard the song. I mean, you heard a couple of his songs.
Probably trash.
Yeah, he's a dude with just bad skin problem. But he be rapping going against Z Money. He is from Chicago, man. Make sure y'all check him out. I think he dropped 2 versions of this. Free My Hood, F Your Hood. I think he dropped 2 different versions of this. Because if you look on Spotify, there's another.
It's a bounce out edition.
Yeah, they got the red cover on my Spotify.
What makes it bounce out? Let me know down in the comments.
I don't know. I think it's different songs on it too. Let me see.
I honestly hadn't really get a chance to get an album pick, but I know Von Off 1700's from Chicago.
Yeah,
he messed with G Herbo and them, so I got a shout out.
Yeah, because this one with the red one, but this one doesn't have the G Herbo track on it. This has different songs on it. And
Okay, so this is just like the deluxe.
Yeah, this is like
He
the
just called
deluxe.
it the bounce out.
Yeah, and he got G Herbo, the first song on that one. That's really just looks like G Herbo.
But yeah, he's funny because it's like I see where he wears the ski mask because honestly, he kind of looks like a goofy without it. So keep the ski mask on.
Keep the ski mask. But that's my co-host pick of the week, man. Make sure you check him out. Von from Von
Off 1700.
Von Off 1700. But also, man, make sure y'all check us out on Twitter, man. This is Felix Supreme 305 on Twitter. Make sure you check out my co-host Papa O-Block.
And remember, your likes are safe now.
Make sure your likes are saved now, so you can like all my mean hating comments if you want. Nobody ain't gonna know.
They said that likes went up like 300% because no one could see your likes anymore.
I believe it. Y'all some freaks.
Everybody liking all the thought pics.
Exactly.
Especially my co-host.
Now you can like all those girl pictures and your girlfriend won't know. Hey. But also, man, make sure y'all check out me out on us on TikTok, man. I've been posting a lot more videos on TikTok. We booming, man. They finally respected me in the algorithm. It's Tales from the Crib on TikTok, Tales from the Crib 210 on IG. You already know, man.
Yeah, we post for all of our channels on Tales from the Crib Instagram. We got the podcast clip channel, gaming channel, Crib Reactions. Get us to 10K subs. We check out music from all over the world and movie trailers and anything else you want us to check out. TikTok, my co-host cuts up the show and throws it on there. So check us out on TikTok. Probably my co-host is probably why I get in trouble, man. This would be cutting up the clips whenever I be talking my shit, and then I'd be going out live.
That's the point. That's to be the best ones.
It'd be a hating ass little
That'll be the
snitch.
best ones, man. That's what we trying to make you say the facts. But speaking of facts, it's time to wrap up the show. Make sure you hit that like button, that comment button, that notification bell if you want to stay up to date. You know we dropping episodes every Tuesday. Shout outs to the fathers out there. Happy Juneteenth, man. Happy Pride Month, whatever you celebrating. Marlon Wayans, man.
Don't worry, little Jesse. Maybe this month the check will come.
Man, whatever. He still ain't getting paid. Just like the Mavs ain't getting paid, man. Shout out to Boston Celtics. Jayson Tatum, you ain't MVP.
Shout out to those for getting punched in his temple as soon as the show ends. Because it's still screw Jayson Tatum. It's still screw Boston.
Never.
It's still Andre Iguodala got more Finals MVPs than Jayson Tatum.
Oh, God.
You thought you were the Finals MVP, Daddy. The lie detector test or the paternity test determined that was a lie.
Disrespectful.
Jaylen Brown's to go to the Celtics. Dallas will be back next year. LeBron's coming to the team. Bronny's coming to the team. Draymond Green's coming to the team. It's a super team, baby. We're getting our get back.
They getting they get back. But you already know, man. Once again, it's your boy Jesse J, Philip Supreme 305, and I got my co-host
Chico Grande, Chico 2 times. Thanks for checking in with us. We will be back every week. We drop every Tuesday, unless my co-host is sick or he doesn't show up for work. Because he'll be chasing that booty. You are on that ditty.
Damn, Spancy.
This man be chasing all the rainbows. Enough rainbows, enough tricks. Chico